Good morning. Hi. It's just so weird because it's just me on screen and normally there is a co-host below me. Hey everybody. Welcome to morning ritual watch party. We're going to be doing a replay of our Gen Con live show and I'm going to be watching it with y'all and answering any questions that you have for me as we go through this. Yeah. Uh, it's a little weird being without my co-host because they are currently at PAX Unplugged, having the best time, doing all the things, and I'm having just the slightest bit of FOMO. Just the slightest bit of FOMO. Good morning, Mark Likes Music. It's good to see you. And thanks so much for the compliments on my graphic design. I appreciate you. So a couple caveats before we get started. I haven't watched this footage yet, and it is incomplete. Unfortunately, due to some technical issues with Gen Con, we were not able to recover the entire footage. We just have the VOD that was on their Twitch channel. Yeah, I know I got this. It's just, it feels weird to not have someone to banter off of and just to banter off of the chat. But yeah. So yeah, we're just going to be doing a little bit of a watch party. And if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in chat. Highlight them so that I see them. I'll be watching them. And yeah. So it does cut off at the end because they had to switch to something else in the feed. So I don't exactly know where it cuts off, but I can probably fill in the gaps for you there. But yeah, let's just do some studio magic here.
You know, you don't have to account for audience applause on Twitch, so that.
Let's rewind it all the way back to the beginning, shall we? So that way you're not looking at my face for too long. Yeah, here we go.
Welcome. Oh, this is immediately going poorly. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Morning Ritual Live here at Gen Con. You know, you don't have to account for audience applause on Twitch, so that's something we might need to get used to.
That is something we really need to account for.
I am
Nerds.
one of your hosts, Noir, pronouns he, they, and this is your other host. Why am I doing the talking?
I'm Anita. Hi.
You're in the
Pronouns are
middle
she,
seat.
they.
Yeah.
This was a mistake. Who
yeah.
let me be here?
Listen, we got to talk to Marcus about this.
I did not think this through.
Hi, I'm your other host.
So we had about
pronouns are she, they, and
20
we
people
are on Twitch.tv
in the chat, in the crowd. It was pretty good.
We are live at Gen Con with a fantastic cast for this magical chaos that we summon every Saturday morning usually, but it's a Friday.
Yeah, I know. So one of the
Yeah, Gen Con was kind enough to give us a room and a stage for their live programming, and we were incredibly excited, which is why we were so nervous.
For some of the people that have watched this for a while, there's a bingo chart that they have that it usually takes us about 10 to 15 minutes to.
But I think there was like a couple hundred people watching on Twitch, which is the largest audience we've had so far.
Staring at you.
Because this actually did stream to Gen Con's Twitch channel.
Yeah, and accountability in the TTRPG space. We don't know her.
Without further ado, we should probably get to
you're
our
black, you
amazing
do.
guests.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'll
Just
find myself
saying.
on a Twit
Just
logo
saying.
real quick. So in that case, let's go ahead and
Start with our guests.
help me.
I am helping you by saying that our first guest is the one and only Latia Jaquise. Everybody give
Oh,
it
I
up.
thought you were gonna go. Hi, everybody. Hi, wonderful people.
That might be
thought,
a little too much. You can take a little off the top there.
I want more. Hi, everybody. My name is Latia Jaquise. I am a person who wears too many hats. I'm the community relations coordinator for Monty Cook Games. I am a TTRPG writer, streamer, performer, writer, performer. writer.
No, this might continue for a while. I just want to see how far you get.
No. I literally just forgot literally everything else that I do. So I'm gonna pass it to Sephi, who is wonderful and beautiful and so accomplished.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you. Hi, I'm Sephi, aka Persephora. I'm a hot mess professionally on the internet. It's what I do. I'm the DM of Fast Times at D&D High. I'm also a cast member on Dimension 20's newest season, The Seven. And yeah, I'm a cosplayer, writer, professional twerker. No, I'm not.
I am so surprised I was able to keep it together with Sephi at the table.
But yeah,
Normally,
I'm
Sephi
going
is
to
my
pass
kryptonite.
off to the lovely, the
She's such a beautiful
illustrious,
human
the
being, and I adore her.
moisturized Brito. Hello.
My name is Bree, aka Burrito, and you can find me at Twitter at Burrito_ with 3 E's. I do things. I'm mostly a horror streamer, and I also do a lot of TTRPG stuff. I professionally GM, I write, I do art, sing, kinda.
You sang. You don't sing, you
I
sang.
I sing.
Producer, graphic designer, the whole shebang.
Produce, pronouns are she, they.
Yeah, my pronouns are also she, her, they is okay. If you're tired or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm she, her. I also answer to Your Royal Majesty, Your Highness, our Overlord, the Eldritch Horror. These aren't pronouns or titles. My pronouns are, in fact, she, her, but you can use those titles too.
Frost maiden, things like
Frost
that.
maiden, queen, icy queen of my heart.
I just also go by, hey, you over there.
Oh.
I also respond to sacrifices, human sacrifices. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the level of the show. That's where we're
That's
at.
it.
Right
You
now.
know what? Goodbye, everybody.
Anyway, all of you in the audience,
stream, we're
welcome to the Human Sacrifice Network. Thank you so much for volunteering.
Volunteering, yeah.
So very funny. I'm looking around the table and I'm like, if we're gonna do a human sacrifice,
Yeah, this was planned.
yeah.
Yeah, you weren't aware of this, but hi, this is what we call an intervention, but it does end in your death.
This was actually the real morning ritual.
You know, you learn a lot about your personality when somebody tells you like, "Hi, this is an intervention," because I immediately went through all the things I do wrong in my life and I couldn't figure out which one.
Hey.
Which one specifically were we talking about?
Why?
You're a treasure.
It's true.
No, I mean I just have a lot of vices.
That is what you are. You're my shining star. That's all I can do before we're DMCA.
To see how far this was going to go. So we have some staples of the morning ritual show, and we've had everyone on this panel. That's what this is. We've had everybody on this panel here before already, but I do want to give you a second chance to perhaps right some wrongs that were done originally on the show. So
Morning, Mike
there
Wayne.
is a
Good to see ya.
war going on in the TTRPG community between those who think that dice are forbidden candy and should be crunched on versus those who think that you should keep dice out of your mouth because it's disgusting and a choking hazard and don't do it, Latia, and will damage your teeth. So I would like to have, while we're all here together, I would like to have the answer to, are you on the side of stop the crunch or do you crunch your die?
Remind me, which side are you on?
I'm not going to tell you, man.
Anita, what side is Noir on?
Love of my life, partner.
Yes.
Are you going to sell me out?
I mean, I kind of gotta.
It is.
You do kind of.
It is
They do kind of gotta.
Noir is firmly, if you could not tell by the wording of that question, on the side of stop the crunch.
You don't,
I'm full crunch.
you don't put dice in your mouth.
You do sugar ones.
Well, that's different. If
No,
it's,
it ain't.
If it's candy dice, then you can eat it.
Okay,
Then
so what
it's
you're telling me is I can't give a gift to someone, then say they're sugar dice, and then they're not, and they choke and die? What is the world coming to?
That is fully manslaughter.
Only if you get caught.
Not half, but fully.
Like that's
Only if you get
absolute- you're-
caught. It's actually
Not even a
murder
little.
because it's premeditated.
That's true.
That's worse. Manslaughter's like, oops, you died. Like premeditated is just like,
No, premeditated murder is that she gives them the dice and then she just watches.
What are you going to do with
they're
them,
like,
darling?
like this. I planned this.
No, I'm on crunch dice.
Crunch crew, crunch crew, crunch crew.
Okay,
crunch crew.
that's for.
I'm not actually condoning you should not choke on your dice.
Please don't eat dice.
Please don't eat dice.
Don't eat. Stop the crunch.
Okay, but here's the thing. We are live in front of like a Gen Con audience. I
Right.
do not want to be on the side of you should not choke on your dice.
So stop
But for
the
the
crunch.
purposes of this
Crunch
conversation,
responsibly.
No,
Crunch
oh, don't
responsibly.
give me that half-ass bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, look, I
Be crunch responsible.
this is. I love Brandon Lee Mulligan with all my heart. I really do. He's my hero, and we had him on.
speaks fondly of you, both of you, by the way.
I don't believe that. At
No,
all.
we had a conversation about you. I'm not lying.
I'm not prepared
That
to
still blows
digest
my
this
mind.
information, let alone in
I
front
was
of a
telling
live
Bree
audience.
this morning that I had to tell you, and now I'm telling you live.
It's very true.
Hell yeah.
Don't perceive me right now. Somebody else.
We are
asked
literally live on your morning show.
I know this was a mistake.
So, Noir, to answer your question, I would like to abstain from answering.
Good choice. Good choice.
Oh, you'd like to abstain.
I would like to.
No,
I can relate to
no,
that.
there's no abstaining. Are you crunch the dice? Or you, I can't actually bully you right
I
now.
would like to abstain
How did you do that so much louder than me?
because.
It's the center of the table.
I'm very weak.
Okay. So,
I can't do it
okay.
because I have claws for.
And they
letting the blood
are
out of men.
gorgeous.
Oh my god,
They
you guys
are.
are
Yeah, I
amazing.
got claws.
To be fair, okay, because. So I thought a litter of kittens was a pile of fried chicken at one point in my life. So
Okay, time out. You're gonna have to explain.
Wait.
Is it like
It was either that or
is it like
cake.
a Chihuahua or muffin meme?
correct.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Wait, what?
Oh no, they were talking about actual pictures, not real kittens.
Yeah. There's
Right?
there are like those pictures online where it's chocolate chip muffin or Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like based on how
Based
like
on how it looks?
how the
Like the
chihuahua's
texture,
positioned and like the
yeah.
texture. Yeah. I really for 2 seconds thought that you meant an actual basket of kittens, and I was about to be really sad.
Yeah.
No, like
there's one.
No,
there's-
like an actual box of kittens. I thought it was fried chicken at first glance. You know.
This
It,
is
honestly,
I'm not computing.
between that or it being cake, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, you
It's
never
true.
know.
Everything is cake
Anything
these
can
days.
be
Everything is cake.
I'm
not me
saying,
though, because
I'm
I
not
got
saying
none.
I eat cats. Okay, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
What-
I didn't
what
think
I'm
that's what you
Can
were
we
saying.
discuss why was that a thing for a while?
I don't know. I think
I think everyone was
the-
bored during the early stages of the Panda Coco, and
Also, like bakeries probably switched to online to get more sales because
there you go.
pandemic.
Like,
Not
have
like people were throwing parties.
Can we just like kind of discuss?
some of them were.
There's been so much weird shit that happened, and then we just forget about it. Like for a while, everything was cake.
Yeah.
For like an entire year, clowns were just showing up and then just vanishing.
I forgot about that. That was
Exactly.
That was
2016
years ago now.
clowns.
Like why that happened? That was a thing, and then we forgot about it. Then the ocean was on
There was
fire,
murder
and then we
hornets.
well, the murder hornets were overrated. Like
I think
No, they actually had to hunt them down and could destroy the nest. They were actually a big deal.
I think they're back.
Yes. They had to hunt
I'd be
them
mad
down
too.
in the West Coast and destroy all the nests, and they still are kind of. a
I
problem.
like the theory that every single one of these things that just disappears is like a time traveler that has just messed up enough and is just keeps trying to sequentially correct the timeline
Yes.
over and over again.
Listen, I don't know who this Doctor Who motherfucker is, but I will kill them.
Listen, I'm
the
ready. to.
clowns, though, like they were just showing up,
Yes.
scaring people.
Yeah.
And
I
then they
think
just
there
left.
was one.
What else do clowns do in their natural state?
Clowns
They
are.
don't bring joy.
They don't.
Noir's feeling attacked.
If anybody in chat has any questions, feel free to ask. But I can pause the video at any time.
Whole ass clown.
I knew this was just gonna be me getting bullied for an hour.
But we
that's
love
okay.
you though.
I'm not a bully.
You literally
I
have
only play
merch
one
that
on
says
TV.
"Fight the chat."
It's true.
Yeah. But y'all aren't the chat. You're on the panel.
We have all been part
When,
of the
I was
show.
gonna say, and
We have all watched the show.
when has the guest ever taken your side?
Why do I do this? Like, we haven't missed an episode.
I don't know. I think you secretly
It's
like it.
called masochism.
Both of y'all.
It's not my fault that you're just a glutton for punishment in this point.
I guess I am.
Spankings.
So basically, to get back to our original question, why was there applause at spanking?
Because
Right. Just
Spankings.
give a round of applause. for
Everybody give it
spanking.
up for spanking.
Yes.
This is
I mean, technically, when you applaud, you are spanking your hands. There is your high five of
God
the day.
damn it, Anita.
I'm never gonna not be able to think about that.
No, I'm just gonna be. Fine.
It's like, oh no, someone on the internet's gonna be turned on by this.
Are y'all trying to get out?
Wave of people
Hands
that are
on the
not
Like
allowed.
Tinkerbell?
Well, that's the crunch question. I'm very disappointed. I do have to say, like, with the clapping and somebody being aroused by, like, that's.
I mean, that's the whole Tinkerbell's whole shtick, isn't it?
Tinkerbell's whole shtick, if she doesn't get attention, she dies. So I know this because I also have that.
Like, okay, so I have this idea, like, Tinkerbell needs applause to live, right? So what if she became a really good stand-up comedian?
Or a twerker.
Nobody, like, do people applaud at twerking?
hold on.
No, but it makes her
Tinkerbell-
ass clap so she can survive herself.
I think the applause has
Why are
to
we?
come from-
Wait, whoa.
has to be
When
an
did we get
external
on
source.
Tink's ass cheeks?
I mean, have you seen her?
You right.
Okay, here's the thing though. Would she be a stand-up comedian for like fairies? Because she doesn't speak, she only jingles.
I mean, the queer community would embrace her.
You right.
She does only jingle.
Yeah,
are
she only
fairies.
jingles.
You've ruined my shtick.
Unless
I'm
you're
sorry.
Unless you're talking about like Julia Roberts' Tink from
That's
Hook.
what I was thinking. Like,
Oh, I mean, I love Hook, but I don't count her as a Tinkerbell. Like, she's a Tinkerbell, but she's not a Tinkerbell.
what is this Julia Roberts erasure? Like, what do we?
It's not erasure, she's just not my Tinkerbell.
She's not bratty
is-
enough.
Who is your Tinkerbell?
Ludivine Sagnier from the 2003 Peter Pan.
I'm glad you had that unlocked.
I've never seen that one.
I have no response to that.
Look, the 2003 Peter Pan, I think it was 2003. Somebody Google that. But yeah, the Jeremy Sumter, Jason Isaacs.
Jason.
Was this the one that got in trouble for like the whole Tiger Lily thing?
No, they actually had a person who was Native American.
Oh, so this was a later one that.
So
fucked
this isn't the one with Hugh Jackman where they sing Nirvana in the first
No.
half of it.
No.
And then they never have a musical number again.
No. This was the the pretty true to book remake with Jeremy Sumter and Jason Isaacs and Rachel Hurdwood and like with the actual like realistic flying effects and stuff like that. That
Yeah,
was-
I might actually take you up on that.
I'm almost
Or
super
considering
villain
doing some
at
watch
how
parties
much
for the
I-
channel.
Just about to be like, I hate that
Other
we're
movies and stuff
talking
through the
about this so
Discord,
much
having
without
community
letting
nights.
us-
I think we need to start implementing that.
We miss Super Dylan.
We do.
Yeah,
we
round
miss
of
Super
applause
Dylan.
for Super Dylan, aka
Round of
Diana.
applause.
Go check out.
On this channel, we love one whole
I
Super
can't wait
Dylan.
to be in the
Yes.
game with them. I'm so happy.
Heck yeah.
Anywho, I have nothing else.
I mean, we've got our next question.
Right. If you were supreme ruler of the TTRPG community for one day and you could make anything you want, I'm sorry, I already saw the answer on Free's face. You can make any one thing you wanted to happen in the space, no matter how big or small. What would it be? Like, I'll see you.
Yeah, let's start scheduling that.
About our employment, like.
I think we might do some monthly movie nights through the Discord just to sort of get it up and running again.
Anybody want to go first?
Bree, I see your face.
I would get rid of mediocre white people. I said it. Because, you know, especially in positions of power, at this point, like, the community is going downhill because of those people. And, like, it makes me so angry. And if I were supreme leader of the community for one day,
Might do it Thursday nights because we don't have anything scheduled on the channel that day. So we'll talk. We'll talk more about that. I think in the Discord.
What about you?
I just said abstain.
And you?
Miss
I'm good.
Cord.
All right.
There you go.
I will say this. Here's one of the things that I would do. If anybody has ever made a tweet logger about you, your career is automatically destroyed. You don't get to come back. You don't get
cool.
to sneak back. You don't get to like find your way in a Kickstarter.
You know
or
what?
something like
I
that.
will agree with that.
I feel like we've with the community's done a good job of like locating some bad eggs and making our community a bit safer, especially for femme presenting individuals, because Lord knows it's like every other month there's somebody
Every other month.
every other
week.
week. I was trying to give us some credit. It's like every other week we hear a horror story, and like months will pass, and then like the person that perpetrated that will just kind of just slither back in, and I think. There are some people that have hurt people that I know that I'm friends with, and I still see that they have like followings of like tens, thousands of people, and then there are people that I see working real hard to find their way in the space, to find a voice, to find a platform, that are busting their ass, have been considerate and kind to people, and they don't get that shot, and it's just like it's not. I mean, it's childish to say that it's not fair because nothing is fair. But it's just, if I could change the power dynamic, I would put it in favor of people who haven't had a platform and used it poorly. And that was a lot of words to say what Bree was probably already saying.
Well, and
Mar
what's-
always has very
what's
good
wild
nuanced
about it
points.
is that this is all over games. Think about
They don't
it.
miss.
It's all over games. It's not something that's life or death. It is over tabletop role-playing games, and people thinking that they are better than the other person.
I mean, it is about games, but also it's the power dynamic. Like people put so much stock in followings and like
Longevity.
like I was discussing like the beautiful tragedy that I should mention that I've never talked to, see, or had any interactions with Matt Mercer, but I was talking about the beautiful tragedy that must be Matt Mercer, which is like just this quiet dude plays a game with his friends and then it blows up and becomes one of the most popular, powerful things ever. And like the reason that I call it a beautiful tragedy is like that's a person that can never really be sure that if you say hi to him, you're saying hi to the person that is Matt Mercer versus the idea of Matt Mercer can give you. Like that's horrifying. Look, if you say hi to me, I know you're just saying hi to me because I'm just a dude. I have nothing to offer you. Like nobody has learned that lesson more painfully than you. I'm not gonna.
Lies.
I'm not
Laura's
going to
awesome.
expand your career. I'm not gonna be able to put you in a position where you can make a lot of money. I'm not gonna be able to do anything like that for you. But you have people like Matt Mercer who can. Now, the reason that I bring that up in this conversation
gonna pause this for 1
is
second.
because you have people that end up in a
Moira will continually do everything that they can in their power to help out people that need a shot in this space. And I don't think that he gives himself nearly enough credit for that. That's it. That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
situation like that where the idea of them attracts people, and if you put it in the hands of somebody that's immature and frankly disgusting, it's poisonous on both ends. One, for that person to not be able to truly know who's talking to them to talk to them, and two, they can use that same persona to feed on people who are looking to to start their career. So it's poisonous on both ends. And I just use Matt because it's like the most obvious example, but
It's the one you go to because like it's also the thing is that the fact that you immediately go to Matt Mercer, and like that's another example you can name is another example of like how of what you're saying,
Right.
you know. But the thing is that like there's a lot of parasocial relationships in the TTR community.
Yes.
This also goes for Twitch streaming too. It's because people have more access to you because they're seeing you in games, they're seeing you interact, and it's not like it's a movie or something. Like these are things that are pretty intimate that you can interact with folks
Right.
in. So like people
Don't insult
either
my best
connect
friend.
you if you want to get close to you for various different reasons, and that makes it very hard to sort of like figure out like.
Let me pause this
who
for
is
1
actually
second because Noir is in chat
legit
here
and
talking
who is
shit.
actually just
Let me just talk 1 second about this motherfucker that is coming into my chat right now to talk shit, but is not actually here right now because they're at PAX. This motherfucker is so incredibly kind and generous and amazing and wonderful, and I know that he's probably trying to mute me right now because like he doesn't want to hear any of this, but like legit Noir doesn't get nearly enough credit for the amount of heart and hustle that he puts into this space. He is the hardest working guy that I know and does not get nearly enough shine. And, like, people just need to hire Noir. People need to pay Noir all the money for all the things so that he can have the life that they deserve. Like, full stop. That's it. Now I'm gonna play this again. I'm gonna play this again. But Noir, you're on thin ice, buddy. You're on thin fucking ice. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
trying to use you. And like you get into that way before you hit like a Mercer level or
Yeah.
like a Satine Phoenix or like Felicia Day or something. Like I know I've experienced, I know you've experienced, I know Bree experienced it. Like people take advantage of whatever they can get. And I honestly, Noir, I guarantee that you've encountered it even if you aren't aware of it.
Well, I probably have no doubt about that. I am not quick to perceive things.
Correct.
My
Steffi is right.
passive is a very, very.
The thing with me is that like, since the 7 happened, like shit exploded for me.
Yeah.
And
And congrats, you did.
thank you. I
yeah.
mean, I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. The thing is that now you have to consider like not only who am I talking to, but who am I promoting? Because like suddenly gaining like jumping into like the high tens of followers means I now have like a platform I can talk
You're not.
and promote and do other things with people.
You're smart.
Like I feel a responsibility as someone who is both black and trans and queer and, you know, just
Low insight does not equal low intelligence.
here,
Insight is a wisdom stat.
to do that, but there's also the chance that like someone I promote could be the wrong person, and it's like that can reflect on me, but more like if I promote this person, I'm introducing them. to
Also,
something
you might
at
just not have
large, on a
proficiency.
bigger scale. What does that mean for the community as a whole? So it becomes this sort of balancing act that's very difficult to navigate. You know?
Yeah, and when you say that, it kind of makes me realize like there are a lot of people that we trust just simply because of the banner that they are waving. Like if you introduce somebody to me, my guard is going to be a little bit lower than if somebody just walked in the room.
The chat will
And
still
so
fight
on
Noir.
and so
It's
forth.
true.
So, like, yeah, we all do have that responsibility to make sure that whoever we introduce to people, they aren't a fuck.
Yeah, it's that's one of the things like when something to feel and something if you want to get into TTRPGs and you're offered something by someone who's a larger platformer, like a video game, has a larger platform. The thing is that like they are a person, they are a human being, and you think of them as such, but you also need to keep in mind that there is a risk being taken, and that's something that like. You don't owe anyone anything for promoting you. That's their choice. You don't owe anyone anything, but you should be aware of that. Like this is a risk that they're taking, and like not necessarily that you need to live up to it, but don't be a dick.
It feels like you almost need to do a risk assessment of the people that you decide to bring into the space, and like also do that.
I'm gonna
pre-vetting
fly to
before you
Philadelphia and I'm gonna
decide to
kick
get
your
on
ass.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
That TTRPGSA pre-chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully less invasive. I don't need to check orifices.
Kudos,
I will put up the call.
Kudos to us. We haven't had one
I
person
will-
on the show that's been a
I
problem.
will
So bring it
get
in.
AJ to find you.
Fuck that up for us.
AJ will do it. AJ will do what I say.
Don't nobody.
Excuse me, your tone is very pointed right now. Look,
Pause
there's
for one
only a
sec. Michael Wayne, you are absolutely right. Kind word is more important than a smart word. And you're very good at kind words. All right. Fine. Okay. Just doing a quick tweet real fast here. Okay, the call is out. Also, motherfucker, you were on 2 panels yesterday. You were on 2 panels at PAX. One on how to be a professional GM, the other one on safety tools. You are incredible. You are amazing. You deserve this shit. Alright, that's my rant. I'm gonna get back to watching. Also, I'm gonna upload the entirety of this to the YouTube, so you won't have my commentary or my silly face on this. So, fear not, this will be uploaded in its entirety, and you don't have to worry about seeing me or hearing me yell at Noir from chat. But this will also be uploaded in case you want to hear my director's commentary.
slight chance that my tits might pop out of this. Only a slight
Just a
chance.
slight
Just
chance.
a slight chance.
Oh God, I hope I don't say something stupid where somebody plays this. It was like he was the problem.
Okay, here's the thing. If you are not doing horrible things, you don't need to worry about it. Like, there's mistakes you can make in your games, like with betrayals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's something to be concerned of. The big deal stuff, though,
Yeah.
like, if you're not doing that shit, you're fine.
And it's not even just that. It's that if you're not doing that shit, you're fine. But also, if you're worried about doing that shit, you're probably better off than the people that are actually doing that shit because they don't care if they are doing bad things.
Yeah.
Until they get found
evil
out.
people don't know they're evil,
I'm
and evil people don't care that they're evil.
keeping it a buck with you. The only
AJ's
thing
on
that
the
I'm
case.
afraid of is my mouth. Because
fair.
I talk a lot and fast and I don't think
Well,
about it.
I mean, when you get down to it, like, we've had this conversation before. Like, us saying something could be very detrimental for, colorism reasons. And, like, I hate that, there has to be, like, an extra filter over everything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it is what it is. And kind of how we talked about on the way here, like, sometimes we do have to make sacrifices in order to make that bank or
Yeah.
Get
Get
that
that bag.
opportunity. And,
Yeah.
like, and it sucks because, you want to have integrity, you want to have yourself and your morals, but sometimes you just gotta bite your tongue and you just gotta do the thing. More so than others, but like you just gotta do the thing.
I mean, and sorry, I'm not to interrupt, but to that point, this also goes along with something that we talked about before. I truly believe, and this is not pandering, this is honestly just something that I've noticed, that nobody's more observant than black femmes. And the reason
Bree,
is because
stop
there's
it.
a
Your
power
voice is
dynamic
gorgeous, and you are
where
beautiful,
oftentimes
and you're incredible.
black femmes are treated just with.
I will get
the least
AJ to
amount of
go and
respect.
beat
So
you
it's
up, too.
Very easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's something that I'm trying to find the right words. But
Do you want help?
Yes, because you're able to notice bullshit a lot of the time.
It's the price of when you are like, you know the term "can't see the forest for the trees."
Right.
We know the
Correct.
trees.
Bree is a delight.
So like we know that we're in the forest. We know everything that's going on.
Hi,
like,
Ash.
and this is like true for Black people in general, especially for people who are darker skinned, for women or femmes who are darker skinned. But like it's how we have to be aware of everything because everything is a risk assessment. Everything is like and the other thing too is that like if we take like anything that we do wrong is automatically magnified 100,000 times. Like I can think of I'm not going to name names. I can think of a recent
Accurate,
example
Michael
of like
Wayne.
a fall from grace of a Black femme, and that was like instantaneously everything was wiped out. Whereas like if someone with more privilege had done it, they could have come back in a week. Like it was like one and done. That's the kind of risk assessment that you're taking. Like everything is much more intense when you are at a high risk, especially in public seeing space.
Bree, we love you. We love one whole burrito.
The reason that I brought that point up, and you explained it beautifully, is because there's been so many incidences or so many times where, Bree, you've actually had to have been the one to tell me, like, yo, you're being disrespected right now. And, like, I'm just like, what? And you, like, sit me down and you tell me.
It's
and you
true.
Break it down, and it's just like, oh. And I truly believe that comes from you all being the trees. You have
Bree is
to
the
be
best of
able to
us,
tell
and
what's
they
happening,
will.
to what degree, and when is it.
Bree will always be the first to tell you if you are being disrespected because Bree has such a finely tuned bullshit detector. And we love one whole Bree on this channel. I love everybody on this panel. Like, this was just such a good group of folks to talk to.
Too far.
Well, yeah, and like trauma is literally like sitting in a room with no windows. You can't see through anything, and you think that everything is kind of like just within the confines of this room. It's okay. Like I'm still breathing. I'm still alive. I can still do my job. But something's not right. You're in a room with no windows, no doors. You can't get out, and that's kind of how it is with Black femmes. Like we're mistreated and we're talked over, we're brushed off, and we unfortunately come to terms with it, and we're like, okay, this is just how it is. Like
Let me pause
I
for
have
one
no
more
more
second.
fight left in me.
Let me just pause for one more second here. Bree, you are gorgeous and incredible and wonderful, and you are so fucking good. And Noir, don't even start with me about this. Don't even start with me about this. Noir, you have such an amazing, brilliant, creative mind that this is just going to be me love bombing my friends right now. This is just Anita's love bomb moment for this stream. It's like, Bree, you are such a fucking kind, powerful soul that you're just a fucking force of nature, and I adore you. And Noir, you are such a goddamn creative tour de force, and just fuck, like the things you come up with, the stories, the fact that you can like rattle off lore for your world like this, just like you gave us a full lore dump after Kingsguard on Monday. Like, that was, like, concise, to the point, and it was the full story of Alexander Cross, and it was, like, so good. So fucking good. And Bree, seriously, your storytelling, your world building, your characterization, like, you are so amazing. Like, how am I friends with both of you? Because you are both so incredible that it feels like I am basking in the sun every single time I am with both of you. No, Noir, no. I'm a potato, but I appreciate you. Y'all, I I love you. I love everybody in this chat right now. Aw. Y'all, thanks so much. Let's get back to it now that I've finished love bombing my friends. I will keep doing it though. I will keep emotionally doming you until you fucking accept that you are both wonderful, beautiful, creative, incredible human beings. All right, back to the show.
Like, this is just how it is. And you know, when we do fight and when we do speak up, it basically ruins our platform. It really does. And it's kind of like this never-ending cycle of losing. However, to kind of, you know, deflect the negative. The unapologetic black femmes are the ones that I'm just like, because they don't care. They do not care, and they say whatever they want. They do whatever they want, i.e. Pleasantly Twisted, which
I was just gonna say.
Just gonna fucking say it.
Yes. For Pleasantly Twisted.
Hell yes.
I wish PT were here, but PT is a very good example of what this entire conversation encompasses, because she works her ass off. Everyone in this room knows that she does. 10 times, 20 times over, and she's still not getting what she deserves.
She's one of the most talented streamers I've ever watched. And I've watched a ton of
100%.
streamers, bigger streamers. Pleasantly Twisted is one of the, not only the most talented, like, game players, speed runners,
Oh
like,
my God.
super talented at gaming, super hilarious.
PT is incredible. It's
Should
true.
have, like, millions of followers.
Yes,
Does not.
does not.
And that's all because she says it like it is.
Yeah, she
like
doesn't play
you
games.
can't go like if you follow her, or even if you don't follow her, if you have any like one person that follows her, you can't go a day without her speaking her mind about something, and that just doesn't do it for the majority of the community, because she's not afraid to tell you what's going on and what needs to be fixed.
I mean, if I recall correctly, Pleasantly Twisted was one of the first to be hit with the hate raids, and like
Yeah.
was
Massive, hours long.
Hours long.
hours.
And no one talked about that.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, that should have been news. That should have been on Kotaku. That should have been on IGN. That should have been on these platforms. That someone like that was the bat signal. That was the time where it's just like, this needs to be taken serious, because a top tier streamer had a hate rate that lasted hours.
And she got doxxed too.
Oh, I didn't know
of
that
her,
part.
Yeah, all of her personal information, they leaked it, and it's fucking terrifying. And the fact that she wasn't, you know, the face for Forbes or what else? Like all these
Polygon,
articles and like
yeah.
all this stuff, it just makes me so angry, because it's like you want to get to the root of the problem, but you are focused on the clout of it all and like the gain of it all. And notice how we're not even having these conversations.
The fact that we're
anymore.
still in
It's
December
starting
and this
to go away like every other issue.
Yeah,
has
I
died
just
down,
got
but it's
hate
still
raided,
happening.
What? My last stream, I think, and the stream before that. Like, not hours long, but like, it's still a problem.
Right.
Like,
is,
Twitch is
yeah.
suing 2 people, but like, it's still.
They
Still
need
happening.
To be, yeah, they still need to be held accountable.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like, if you've been hate rated, raise your hand.
I haven't streamed, but I've been
Yeah,
followed
yeah,
about
the
it.
stream tutorial. But I mean, that sucks. Like, that's a problem.
Right.
Like, you know, I don't know. It's all very fucky.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough that like I just like I don't stop streaming. I don't give a fuck. I put in subscriber only chat and I'm like, I'm done. Fuck you. I'm gonna keep going. Y'all can suck
That's one of the
it.
reasons
And
why
then
this
I have
channel
some
is still
very lovely
followers
mods,
only.
Some of whom are in the chat right now.
There's a
enjoying
0-minute
and
timer
that's
on it,
okay.
but at the same time.
That take care of that for me. But like it sucks like for people like PT to get hours long raids, like that is part of her livelihood. Like, and then to get doxxed on top of that, and then like not just that, but like there are smaller streamers that are getting hit with this, and it's like enough to make them quit. Like not everyone is as used to adversity as someone like me or Bree or PT. Like that can make them give up.
I'm gonna
Coming up here is
actually
one
be
example of why I love
transparent
Brie.
here, in the sense that I've been hate rated 3 times, and the last time, I that somebody recorded my response to it and put it on YouTube, and the N-word was just blaring over it.
They edited
over
the
it
audio.
on YouTube. So it was, like that sucked. It's got like 13,000 views
Are you
now.
fucking kidding me?
Yeah, YouTube hasn't taken it down. We've had people mass
And
report
then
it.
they slipped into my Discord, and then they also emailed me a bunch of shit. I haven't streamed since, and I've been having a lot of conversations with Bree about like, maybe I'm gonna just stick to actual plays. Like maybe I'm gonna just like keep on to the art, like the TTRPG side of things instead of streaming on my own, because it's just like, you know, if I do a TTRPG stream on like, you know, Pixel Circus or something, like they're not going to hate raid Pixel Circus. They're not gonna hate raid, you know, whatever channel I'm on. So it's just like I can still stream, but I don't have to worry about. I mean, because like every black person in the world has been called the N-word. Well, and that doesn't, like, it's a word, it's dumb, it doesn't bother us. What kind of got into my head about it, though, is like 13,000 people watch somebody call me the N-word for like 10 minutes. And it's just like, that's kind of scary. Because you start like,
You begin to internalize that.
like, I don't know what 13,000 people in a room look like. But I know, like, I can imagine, like, just 200 people in a circle watching somebody call me the N-word and being like, I'm okay with this. Like, that's spooky. Like, and then somebody had so much time in their day that they could email me, like, and it was a like, I've said this time and time again, but I really wish racists would get new material because they keep using the same jokes. like I'm a stand-up comedian. I appreciate when you put the time in to like at least try, and it's the same thing. It's a picture of a noose and collab, and it's like there's nothing.
Raise
there
your hand
anymore.
in the audience if you're completely enraged right now. Yeah, that's universal.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, honestly, if you ask any black streamer or any, it is really a black thing, but I'm not just going to just say black. Like, there's a lot of marginalized people that kind of understand that this is the silent cost
let
of
me check.
participating.
Possibly. The setup isn't ideal, but we'll try. We'll just pause it and we'll try it again.
Yeah.
And that is what sucks.
Like you're just expected to put
Better?
up with this.
Yeah, like, you know, no, I'm if this is when I really started to get like kind of hurting and stuff. My brother just got a bunch of new stream gear, it looks like, and he's streaming in
Jay?
Undeniably
Yeah,
Jay.
We also love one whole Jay.
Wondering. And
He's a
like,
treasure.
I love Jay with all my heart.
Unapologetically, Jay.
And I saw that he was streaming, and I'm like, oh, he only had like 2 or 3 people in his channel, and so I hopped in, and then I was just like, I know for a fact there are people that are like watching, like there are people that are watching where I go on Twitch and stuff. and
Audio
I
still ahead?
Passing the buck and
Okay.
being shitty to people that I watch and shit. So I was like, I want to watch my brother's stream, but I need to sign off my account. So like, I don't bring a hate raid to my brother. But even so, my brother's probably going to get a hate raid if they ever get good at this. Like, there's a helpless kind of like, you know, feeling to this, and I don't. There's no solution. There's no.
Like I
happy
said,
ending.
after the
Hey,
show,
welcome to my
the
ritual.
full thing
But,
in its entirety is going to be uploaded to YouTube
it's
without my
just-
commentary, so
it's
you'll be able to watch it.
exhausting, And I felt like these are wonderful people to kind of comment on it, because as you can see, I suffer for trying to find the right words sometimes. But
I will
Hey,
leave
all
you
of
with
those
this,
were
though.
good words.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They were good words. I will leave you with this, though. If you decide to not stream again on your account, they will have won, because that was what their intentions were, was to get you to
Well,
stop streaming.
Okay.
But
I
I mean,
will
this
say-
is also just my opinion.
This is why I love Brie.
I know that I am white, and my thing colors this, obviously.
I will say, kind of in correction to that, when people say, you know, if you quit, they've won, I would disagree, only because we deserve to have mental peace regardless
true.
of what we're doing.
That's true.
And we deserve to have that contentment of, I'm making this decision for myself.
That is fair.
So, Noir, if you want to quit because that is your peace of mind right now, and you know in your heart of hearts that that is what you want to do, then you are going to have people supporting you regardless.
Y'all.
I mean, I just like you're kind of a good face for this part of the discussion, which was after my hate raid, because the channel that I'm on most of the time is not my own. It's Critical Misses, the one that has Morning Ritual. You could attest to the number
The
of
fact that Brie was
bots.
able to
yeah, they-
gently
they
set me
tried to
back
get
on
my
the
channel,
rails
and
is something that I will
watched their
eternally be
opinion.
thankful to them for.
And that's what the worry is, because it's just like, if I keep doing my own thing, then I kind of become a poison pill for wherever I go.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is we've
That's
been.
the worry.
We've
That
been
I
lucky
have.
enough not to be like actually hate rated, but the same bots that followed you tried to come into our channel.
Yeah.
But I
So-
think part of that was because some of them log IPs.
Yeah.
Right.
Noir. So here's the thing. All this conversation, Bree is correct. If it's for your own peace of mind,
Yeah.
take that. Take your mental peace of mind. If your worry is that people are going to go after those you care about and those you love, fuck them. Because the people that care about and love you are going to keep doing their own thing no matter what, and are going to support you. And you cannot make a
Correct.
decision for yourself based on the worry about other people, especially not for shit like this.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
No, it does. And like I thought about that, because I was just like, maybe it's insulting for me to just like try and make sure that wherever I go, they don't have to worry about this. But then it's just like,
I'm just going to try
it's
stopping
just-
the video
this
real
whole
quick,
thing
and we'll
sucks.
try
Like,
picking it back
There is no
up. Is the
good
audio still
right
off for everybody?
Right.
It's such a
like
complicated
I just
issue.
want to be silly on the internet and like watch the Hamburger Helper mixtape. That's all I want to do.
I'm sorry, what?
You just had to bring it up.
Here we go.
You God, we need to. Okay. all right.
Explain.
All right, I'll gladly explain. Hamburger Helper, the meal where you put ground beef.
I mean, that's a
and
stretch, but
stuff.
yes.
Look, if you struggling,
Okay, it's a struggle
It's
meal.
fine
It's a classic
cuisine.
It's a
struggle
whole
meal.
struggle
it's,
meal.
It's very
Yes.
good, though.
yes,
I like it, but I'm
Hamburger
just saying.
Helper has
Still off?
what
Okay.
could be
Let me just
one of
try
the most
this real
fire-
quick. Stop it real quick. What we're going to do is we're going to play it again. About 5-second delay. Okay, so I'm just going to stop it. I'm going to restart it. And we're going to set it to about where we were before. It was 44 minutes.
There is no good right answer.
Right,
It's
right.
such a
Like
complicated
I just
issue.
want to be silly on the internet and like watch the Hamburger Helper mixtape. That's all I want to do.
I'm sorry, what?
You just had to bring it up.
Here we go.
You God, we need to. Okay. all right.
Explain.
All right, I'll gladly explain. Hamburger Helper, the meal where you put ground beef.
I mean, that's a
and
stretch, but
stuff.
yes.
Look, if you struggling,
Okay, it's a struggle
It's
meal.
fine
It's a
cuisine.
classic
It's a
struggle
whole
meal.
struggle
it's,
meal.
It's very
Yes.
good, though.
yes,
I like it, but I'm
Hamburger
just saying.
Helper has what could be one of the most fire hip hop mixtapes of all time.
He's not even joking.
I'm not
Really?
joking.
Fire.
It's
Like,
really good. The Wendy's one is good too.
Okay,
Wendy's has
well,
one.
no, it doesn't touch the hamburger.
The hamburger helper mixed
Right.
is really good.
Nah.
I don't believe this. I patently refuse to believe this.
Hold on, cause he's saying this, and Sephi is like, I refuse to believe this, but on the other end of this table, I'm like, that glove is black.
Well,
Yeah, that glove is
Couple
You're
things.
right. You're
One,
right. Yeah, you're right.
I love that black people can conscript people into our
Well, no. It's like, okay, there are certain characters where you know they black. Piccolo, fucking Pedro from Thundercats. Like, you know that they are black. And sometimes that's not a good thing, because you know, like Mojo Jojo. You know.
You know.
where they were going with
whole
that.
caricature, whole
Skeeter
caricature.
from Doug was black.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Skeeter was.
Skeeter.
Yes.
His name was Skeeter, first off.
Yeah.
Oh, second off, the hamburger helper glove. Y'all nasty.
Hold on, you went there though.
Right.
Yeah, you went there. You started his name.
And y'all joined
name-
me in the bottom of the pit, and I expected better.
His birth name was Skeeter.
His parents knew what was up.
His parents knew the process of how he was born and were like, that's the name.
That's it.
I'm also gonna say that Doug is the only white person on that show. I'll go as far as to say that.
Patty Mayonnaise's last name is Mayonnaise.
Actually, I will say there is actually a lot of discourse over whether Patty Mayonnaise is black. There is a lot.
There is.
we not doing that.
No, I'm not kidding. This is a real thing.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Oh my God.
It's because she's super tan.
I don't want her.
I like how we went from hate rates
her hair
to
is
this.
I don't want Patty Mayonnaise.
It could be worse. It could be BB. BB White.
Well, first off, I think Roger was black. I think Roger was black. First off, he had the cool leather jacket. He had the
thing.
the thing.
I don't know. Roger seems hella Caucasian to me. He green, though.
He green though.
Well, I mean,
Oh no, wasn't he green and didn't he have a really big nose?
Oh,
God damn it.
Damn it, Disney.
God damn it.
Did we just fuck up? Doug?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Hold on.
Moving on. We
We're
just
change the
fucked up
subject.
Doug.
Change the subject.
Channel.
Oh, sorry.
Heck.
I meant frig up Doug.
Yeah.
Wait, we can't swear?
I don't know. She told me not to.
I've definitely sworn.
It is a PG-13 channel
Is it?
with Gen Con. So we have to like keep the
Oh.
F-bombs to a minimum.
Then our morning show before this morning show is gonna be a problem.
I would just like to say right now that I'm sorry to Gen Con in advance. Or perhaps post. But
This is my pre-post apology.
This is my pre-post apology. I'm problematic.
You need to start writing your
Ruining
notes
Doug.
apologies right now.
The idea is that we all realized at the same time that Roger is coded as Jewish,
Yet.
and in a very anti-Semitic way.
Goodbye, everybody.
I'm keeping my
need to
eyes
get this.
straight forward.
Respectfully straightforward.
Nothing's over here. Don't look.
Okay. Anyway, you can
We're
find
gonna
my
steer
old.
this
I'm
back
just
to
kidding.
TTR.
No.
I don't.
I'm
I
sure
don't
at
have
some
one.
point.
I was gonna try. Actually gonna keep going on the Hamburger Helper because they had
Oh, yeah.
underground rap
That is true.
concerts
That is true.
with a giant Hamburger Helper mascot.
was it you?
How did I not know
No.
about Hamburger Helper?
The album cover is the Hamburger Helper glove dripping with gold.
Maybe.
Are you serious? Okay, I will seek out this mixtape.
You will,
Thank-
you
yeah,
will know.
I'm a
you-
listen.
you
I
will
need to
know
know
the
if
album
Sephi
cover
actually
when
did
you-
that.
Excellent.
It will click.
It's called Watch the Glove.
If you're lying to me, you can catch these hands, though.
I am not creative enough to come up with this line. It's taking everything in me not to pull out my
What?
phone and blast
We're
it.
living in the Hamburger Helper timeline.
You know what?
Is
Everything
there,
started
wait,
to go
is
wrong.
There a multiverse?
Hamburger Helper
Let's
multiverse.
not do that.
Is
The hamburger helper
Does the
extended
Pringles
universe.
man have a mixtape?
Is there a cinematic universe for all these brands?
The
These
hamburger
brand
helper for you?
mascots.
Right.
Does Raisin Bran have a fire mixtape?
no, but Wendy's has a fire mixtape. And I think this wasn't
Yes,
this wasn't
the
company backed,
HHCU.
but Popeyes
Hamburger
I think
Helper
does have-
Cinematic
Okay, well,
Universe.
Popeyes, I understand.
Popeyes, yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh my God, it's so good. The biscuits are dry as shit.
Oh, I mean, I don't like Popeyes, but it's like a staple in the community.
You gotta do it for the culture.
Yeah, for the
For the
culture.
culture, for the culture.
You know.
What is this show? All right, so we
You invited a bunch of black people on here to act a fool.
You did.
That's what happened. You knew what was gonna happen.
I did know what was gonna happen. I'm
The
very
Hamburger
excited
Helper
that it's going
mixtape.
exactly
There's a
as
bunch of
planned,
them.
which is
Not.
a mess.
Not
Which
planned.
which brings us to another staple of morning rituals.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, you knew it was coming.
You knew it.
If you've been in the TTRPG community long enough, you've probably had the
That guy
experience
live.
of sitting at a table with someone that is a black hole of fun. Someone that if they were yeeted
Why gotta be
into-
black though?
because the black
going, I'm
the
sorry.
black
50
hole
minutes.
is the most powerful
Okay.
force.
Please stop.
Please.
That's why
Stop.
I named my booty hole black hole.
I set you up for it. I knew, like as it was coming out of my mouth, I'm like, oh no, Seffi.
Now you have literally lived through every single one of my partner's lives. Oh no, Seffi!
Good night, everybody.
PG-13, everybody.
Sleep on me.
Well, this is 18 plus at least, so.
No, you've had you probably had the misfortune of sitting with somebody that is a black hole of fun at the table. Someone that if they were yeeted into a black hole would increase your enjoyment at the table by tenfold. We tend to call these people bad guys. During our 2 seasons, we have heard that guys of every level. We have what we have named the biter gaslighter.
The gas biter.
The gas fight, that's mine.
Oh, God.
Someone who was offered to help make a character bit Seffi and then acted like it didn't happen.
No.
Yeah,
He
come on.
said we should do this again sometime, and then pretended it didn't happen.
Oh,
Also,
God.
I was underage. They were not.
Oh my God, the story's worse than I remembered.
Do you want me to tell it again?
No, but yes, but no.
Okay, so here's the layman's terms. I was 15? 15. I was at my friend's house. My friend was running a game. And this
Yeah,
dude
the gas biter
came
story.
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. The creeper was running the game. And I had only built one character before, and it had been a year since I played, because the first time I was 14. And so he walks me over to my other friend's computer, and it's like, I'll help you make a character. And I'm like, okay, I'm going through. Mind you, he told me everything wrong. I found out later from my other friend.
Not even
and,
the
like,
worst
I'm
story we
building a
have.
character on, like, back in the day, like, we had, like, just, like, those, like, spreadsheets that would fill out a character sheet.
Yeah.
And I'm just, like, filling it out, and he just bites me on my neck. And I'm just like, He's like, we should do this again sometime. And I'm like, And I was very uncomfortable. But I was also 15, so I didn't say nothing. It's fine. He's in jail now.
Can I ask, and I know I'm going to regret asking this, how old was the gentleman around this time?
21
Oh, God.
or 22. Something like that.
It's very weird to be able to like gym at the camera, but there's an actual camera. But anyway.
Wait, no. So, okay, so he graduated the year before I entered high school. So,
He
That's
graduated
about right.
before
4
you
or
were a
5
freshman.
years.
Yeah, it's about right.
So that's about 23 or 24.
Something like that, yeah.
Hi. Welcome to Morning Ritual, everybody.
Like I said, he in jail now.
Don't.
Everybody has the same reaction to this story.
1, don't bite people. 2, don't bite minors. I can't believe I actually have to say this.
I can't believe the second one has to be said second, not first. But
I
yeah.
mean, in no particular order.
Anyway, now the room's uncomfortable again.
So
More like now that Noir is uncomfortable again.
the staple of the show is that we have our guests tell us that guy stories. But because everyone here has been a guest already, I was actually going to ask, have you run into any new that guy since the last time you were on our show?
Oh, I did. Shit, I'm just remembering. I didn't get bit this time.
You get that going for you, which is nice.
Can I just tell you, your story is the one that breaks everybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got everything. Underage biting, jail time,
Spreadsheets.
spreadsheets. Thankfully, no spread cheeks, but
Thank you for coming to the show.
The hat came off. That's how you know it's serious.
Nope.
should I mention I still know his brother?
No.
Oh, the brother is fine. The brother is fine.
I have not acquired
do anything wrong.
I have not acquired any more that guy stories since. How many times have I been on this show?
You're actually our first 3-time.
3-time
3 times.
champion. Can you remind us what your that guy story was?
Sure. So this was long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Chicago.
I was playing. We were playing Out of the Abyss. It's a 5e adventure at the Wandering Dragon. And
I have so many stories.
of course you do. But my DM was a kind of your, I don't want to say this, but he was like your stereotypical gamer. Cis white guy. I was the only black girl at the table because of course I was. And I could very quickly tell that the entire point of the game was to give me what I wanted. Like super favoritism. Like so I had my character was a tiefling rogue and we're in the Underdark and there are like basilisks and stuff everywhere. I'm like, I would like a pet. And he's like, sure, there's a nest of basilisk eggs. You have to train this thing, but you can have it. And I'm like, yes. But yeah, like I could tell that just like he like when I would get there, the only seat at the table would be next to him. And he kept trying to get me to play other systems, but he was like very extremely awkward about it and not in a cute way. And I just, once we finished that campaign, I decided not to join him for any more campaigns.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Skeevy.
Yeah, real skeevy.
Like, so, no, gross. I don't like it.
Yeah, it was real bad.
Bree, you got any new?
I don't even remember mine. Like, it was so long ago.
I do. I remember yours.
What's your, wait, what was it?
It was the barbecue story.
Okay. Oh, it was the campaign we were in.
Oh! So, okay, we've got to maneuver deftly here.
Oh boy.
Here we go. How do I put this? If you
If you are not of certain descent.
Don't use AAVE at the table.
Oh, I know the story.
No, hold on.
Like,
know the
okay,
story.
like
Okay.
if there is one black person in the chat and you talk like this, hello everybody, how's it going? I'm so excited for this game. I really can't wait. And then the second black person comes in and you like, hey, what it is, cuz, what's good? I can't wait to like, what they use, Merc? Like, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's not fun for...
Also, don't assume that, all of us like barbecue. I like barbecue.
No.
Don't get me wrong, but that's not a conversation starter, Saying, oh, my Southern grandma,
No,
she
stop.
used to cook
Please
barbecue
help.
all the time. I'm like, okay.
It was awkward.
It was a time. But
yeah.
my new one. that
Oh,
I
we
have
got a new one.
is actually about someone in the audience.
Ooh.
So there was
What do you do?
there was one time where, this character that this person was playing, I had to make them make intelligence saves a lot, which at the same time.
Oh, I know this story.
Which
I
at
know
the
this
same
You get back in that chair. You take your talking to. You take your talking to.
Calling out Honorians.
Oh, no.
I know
No,
the
that's
story
not
too.
at all what I said. But
Sit
thanks,
back
captions.
down. You gonna take it today.
Like the chat.
Let's go.
There's
Let's go.
to this story. There's
Let's
two parts. The first one. So I had this certain player who was playing a certain character.
That shall remain
and-
nameless.
I have no idea if this is fun for the people watching this stream,
It's great for us.
but I'm having a great time.
He's a half damper, and I had to make him make. At the time, I realized that I was making him roll the wrong things, but
Yeah,
I had to
Captioner
make
did
him
be
make
dirty there.
repeated intelligence throws, because dampers, they thirst after blood if you pick that specific kind. Okay, great. That makes sense. Well, said player started to complain about how many intelligence throws I was giving him. And then I was kind. I was kind enough to be like, you know what? I'll give him a break. I'll give you Bardic Inspiration. Why are you giving me Bardic Inspiration? I don't understand why you're giving me Bardic Inspiration. Just went off.
We're all
Direct eye
looking at it
contact.
right now.
I was the one that gave Bardic Inspiration and you yelled at me. I still got yelled at for giving Bardic Inspiration. You know how many bars forget to give inspiration? And I remembered you, and you just yelled at me.
Anyway, that's my that guy story. And that guy sitting in the audience.
Oh.
We
I
love
like you, so I'm
Honor.
gonna take
We
the
love
heat.
you, though. We love you,
I like
though.
you, so I'm gonna take the heat off you with my new that guy story.
Plot twist, it's about the same dude.
Wait, do any of us have any of that guy's stories about the same person?
No.
I probably do, but I'm not telling them.
So I'm gonna take the heat off you. Don't worry. So I was playing a bard, right? No, I'm just kidding. No, this was the last. This was actually the last time I went to a game store. It is the one in question.
Okay.
Great game store. The people that work there are lovely. The people that
Go
there are from Southern Illinois. So, did I hear one of the production teams go, "Oh no"? You know what's up. So, this was like one of my first times playing 5th edition. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, I was a holdover of 3.5. I was very much that.
You were that guy?
Yeah,
You were that
I
guy.
was that guy slightly. I was just like 3.5 is the superior Dungeons and Dragons. What about prestige classes? So, I got introduced in the 5th edition, and I'm like, what do you mean people can just cast spells all the time and not run out? Like, I was not really having a great time with it. And the game that I joined, I was just like, yeah, well, casters are broken. They're cantrips. They get stronger. They can do it all the time. You know what? You should just play an orc barbarian. And I was like, I never really liked orcs or barbarians. I think I'll play something else. He was like, you should really play an orc barbarian. And I'm like, oh, I could be like maybe an elf ranger. You sure you don't want to be an orc ranger? And I'm like, what is going on here? It was just like, no, I think I figure you for an orc. And I'm like, what does that mean? It's like, oh no, orcs have really great stats. You know, when they die, they get to get back up. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I don't want that. He was just like, but you should really consider orcs. They're really awesome in 5th edition. And I'm like, great. I want to be an elf. And he was just like, the drow aren't playable. And then I'm like, huh? I was like, this is a racism. That's what this is. I found it.
But drow aren't playable. Okay, who is this?
Yeah.
Why are you showing up? I don't have earrings to take off, but I should.
I can, like,
Yeah.
And the thing is, if I tell you to imagine what this guy looks like, you're right. You did it.
Oh my god! I dropped my mic pack
I
in
didn't know
my
you
shop.
at the time, and I did have that shirt. But that's why when you, so Bree has a line of amazing shirts. There's the Here to Stay line. There's the social justice or the social justice beast. Just please check out Bree's merchandise. Bree has a shirt called
Skullfam.com.
You gonna take this love first off. Bree has a shirt that says "No, I'm not a drow," and as soon as I saw that, I immediately thought of that guy. And like you ever like shadow box in the shower or like fake argue with somebody like
My favorite part about the No, I'm Not a Drow shirt is in the description it says, white people do not buy this shirt.
It does. Like, okay, can Spirit Halloween, can we please get black elf ears?
Oh,
Please?
yeah, that'd be nice.
I'm so sick of trying to figure out how to paint latex.
Hold on, no, I got a store for you. I can't think of the name of the store, but I got a store for you.
Is it Geekly Creations?
No.
Is it Etsy?
Yeah.
Every Etsy store that I go to for black ears, my skin tone is always sold out.
Mine too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cypher of Tears.
Oh yeah, we love Cypher.
Which reminds me, you gonna get this love too.
I need to not like being called out.
Gotta be like, that's the thing I love about like everybody that I've actually met in this space, which is everybody has these like bigger than life personalities, but like you talk to them, they're like, oh, I do this thing, it's no big deal. It's like, no, you know what you do. You know what you do, Bree. You got those shirts.
She looked really scared for a minute.
That was pointed.
Okay, Mike, when?
Let me give my YouTube apology.
It's 45 minutes of fake crying.
Literally.
I'm sorry you took what I did in a wrong way. I didn't mean for you to feel how you felt about the thing that I did, and I in no way take accountability for my actions, but I feel bad that you feel bad.
But you have to start it with at least a minute of silence, which is just various cuts of you trying not to cry, wiping your eyes, and
This is my favorite shtick. Like, we do this all the time on Morning Ritual, where we just practice our fake YouTube apology. And my fear
Fake
is
YouTube
that
apology is my
one
favorite.
day,
Someone's gonna
Someone's gonna
supercut
clip
this
it.
and put this online out of context.
yeah, like, what did he do? Like, my favorite fake apology was for stealing all your chicken back in high school.
Oh, was that? I remember
You
that.
were there,
I
you were
was
there.
there for that. Yeah.
Oh, it was on my channel.
It was on, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I love that you are this mega successful.
please don't say those words in that order when you're talking about me.
I love that you are
Or
this.
with this gesture.
I'm gonna. I talk with my hands. Oh God, this
Make
is
another
Hey,
gesture.
Raiders.
this is boobs.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
Mahonga-longas.
Welcome in, Raiders. We're just doing a watch along of our Gen Con live stream.
Not this.
Why are you making them bigger?
Not this. It's this.
The Mongalongas.
Why are you giving them a breast
Now I'm
enlargement?
Lady Dimitrescu.
No,
like
no.
this is a problem.
Hamamongalingas.
One hand. 90 degrees.
Oh yeah, this is the point where you come in is with the boob talk.
These are okay. So the wide ones are the Hamalingas, and these are the Malongahungalas.
I
Well,
am not
this is
gonna
the
be able
point
to
that
talk
the-
for the rest
that-
of this
Anyways,
because
That these Raiders have
just gonna-
decided to come in on.
hands
This
flat
is
on
my
the
favorite
table.
There
thing
you
ever.
go.
We're
Continue.
proud of Latia's
Continue
success.
talking
I'm
about
very
me, but
proud.
but
Proud
stop.
of Latia's successes.
I'm very proud that you are a Megan.
Can you no really? Don't say those words in that order when you're talking about me.
I'm. Yeah! Hey, we got extra space. We got.
No, the cameras aren't framed for it.
You know what's funny? What's funny is for the last three
Get her,
guests
Tanya.
that we've had on Morning Ritual, I've been telling people like, I'm gonna try and get Cypher on here. They're just like, just ask her. And I'm like, I'm nervous. I don't know. like, okay. Because
You just did.
I
You
just
did. You did.
So you want to be on? Well, I'll send you an email.
He's asking if you would like to be on Morning Ritual.
Yes, I am. I'm also very nervous. Yo, okay. No,
I ended up asking Tanya onto the show.
How many shows? You've produced so many shows.
Literally.
First off, y'all not gonna trick me.
You gonna take
Yeah,
You gonna
Scar
take
is a definite mood.
Yes, reverse psychology.
Don't you just love when you can use a man's words against him?
Heck yeah.
I felt it coming before it happened.
Exactly.
I just heard flee, you fool. So I'm gonna try and change the subject back. So I successful mega you chicken glad I took a at high school.
Ping illegal forest, 2 pig wild, kill in its eyes.
Is this like a sleeper agent code? If someone
No.
knows to murder someone?
No.
It's
So
not-
here,
I'm here for
okay.
it.
So here's the thing. If you don't know, because this is the first time that Noir and I have been in the same place in like maybe several years. This mofo and I grew up together. We went to high school together. And the story that he is talking about is the one day that
One
he and my
second.
other best friend
Let's
came
just
over,
pause
and
this
I
one
was
more
like,
time.
sure, I'm
Noir, if you don't quit, you're gonna get a ban. I'm gonna mute you on my own stream. We're throwing up the hands. That's it. Next time I see you, you're gonna catch them. It's true. I'm even looking at the camera. I'm making direct eye contact with you, Noir. You're gonna catch these hands. All right, back to the show.
going to like, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna play video games. I'm hungry, y'all are probably hungry too. So I made a whole bunch of drums and flats. I made so many drums and flats, y'all. I fried chicken for these dudes. I only got 4 pieces.
This stream is definitely lacking
4
one more
pieces.
Now,
enigma.
now hold on before you judge me, because I heard some noises in the audience. It was me and another friend, and I found my journal entry from that day, and there are 40 pieces of chicken.
I made so many drums and flats.
Oh,
And I
wait,
was
wait, wait.
gone
Out
for like
of-
10 minutes.
Out of 40, you gave Latia 10%.
Now-
That isn't even 70%. That's
I-
what we're supposed to
look,
get paid.
I took a portion, and then my friend took a portion. We didn't talk
They
about
didn't
it.
even leave you the 3/5 compromise.
But,
They just-
but I will say this though, like I take solace that I don't see your trajectory stopping anytime soon. So even if you take over the planet, I know that I ate your chicken. And that's
36 pieces.
no, divide that by 2 because
Fine, 18 pieces.
Look, does this
If I buy you fried chicken,
Does
you
this
eat in
look like
Noir.
the?
If you don't sit down.
Does this look like the figure that can't take down 18
Noir.
wings?
Noir.
Yes, ma'am.
That's okay. I will. one day, I will have my drink your milkshake moment to you, and it will be so good.
But it won't be this day.
I can make this happen, actually.
see
There
me-
is a
see me
steak
outside.
and shake.
There is a steak and
not
shake.
even 3 miles from here.
See me outside. It's on. You know, God's
I never ended
back.
up getting steak
oh,
and shake.
We are not sponsored, but
We could be.
hey,
We could
could
be.
be.
Steak and
That's
shake.
how on it the Gen Con production
Steak and Shake, hit us
team
up.
is. We were just joking about Steak and Shake, and
they
they
have
were
some.
ready.
They were ready.
Anyway, Noir, I guess I love you or whatever.
I love you back, and like, in real
40
talk,
pieces of chicken love.
real talk
I
though,
love
it
him enough to
is.
cook for him.
It has been very interesting to watch you go from like just somebody that I played like one of the first D&D games with,
Yeah.
to just like it's very funny from my perspective how this happened, which is like Latia got into D&D.
Yeah, it was your fault.
Yeah, like we talked you into it. You played, and then you just kind of vanished.
It's true. It's like, oh, information.
And then you would
Goodbye.
pop up again, and you'd be like, "Hey, there's this thing called Critical Role," and I was like, "I don't care." You're like, "Okay," and then you vanished.
Just Simpsons vanished into the
Into the
bushes.
And then you popped up again. It's just like, "Hey, I like the internet paid for this thing like that happened to me," and I'm like, "Wow, like why would that happen?" You say nothing, and then you vanish. And then you pop up again, and I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I think I might try and get the Critical Role." You're like, "Here's the play order," and then you vanish again. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe this Twitter thing isn't so bad. And then I get to Twitter, and then I look up Latia, and it's just like, oh my God. You built an empire.
I don't
in
know what you're talking
secret.
about.
You gonna take this look?
Okay. But let the first person who hasn't had a friend who first started playing D&D or tabletop games with them who was like, wait, you did what? After a while, like, you did what? It's like, I got you into this, but you just went way too far. Like, who hasn't had that experience on this table?
It is the ADHD experience, is to take something like, oh, I could
Hyper-focus.
hyperfixate on this for a while. And now
Yeah,
it's a career.
exactly.
Like, Latia is. And here's the
Facts.
thing. This is the joke I make about like grognards and all that kind of stuff, which is like they had years of being like the major driving force of TTRPG, and like the best they got was a cartoon and a really bad movie. Right, like that's as far as the grognards got it, right? And then there's this influx of diversity and just these outside perspectives and just these people that are just no longer going to be told, I'm not going, just people who refuse to be gatekept. They're just like, you know what, we will find a way around the old guard into this hobby. And as soon as they overwhelmed and took the hobby, look at this shit. Like, D&D has been around for a very long time. But if you look around, it's exploded, and it's not because of the old guard. It's because of the people that got tired of being told no. It's because of the people that were just like, then we will find a way to get the books ourselves. We will do what we have to do on our own terms, and y'all just gonna have to deal with it.
Yup.
Keep
Like,
telling you, Noir doesn't
that's
miss.
not nothing. And
And all those people that said drow aren't playable, you know.
they are still in Southern Illinois.
No, yeah.
And
And you're on stage at Gen Con.
and I'm on the stage at Gen Con. So,
Damn right.
suck it, some random guy that I don't remember.
I wish you had a name. Because
I don't have a name. I do have a picture though. So
That's all we need.
that's all we need.
Right, it's all a black woman.
you know what? I just
You know how often we have to go
I
and search to make sure that
immediately
someone
regret
is safe to be
saying
around?
it.
We will find this man.
Oh my God, y'all are not wrong. But like my first Instagram picture is a black square because I thought I took a picture and I messed it up. And I posted it on Instagram because I thought I posted the picture, but I posted the wrong thing. But the second picture on Instagram
Is that guy?
is that guy.
Okay, bet.
Cool.
Okay, cool, noted.
Yep.
Don't worry about this.
You don't. Yeah, this
don't
is
worry about it.
nothing.
Nothing's
This
gonna
didn't
happen. We just want to have a conversation.
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have doomed someone.
Look, never underestimate the power of a woman, especially a black woman who needs to find out information.
Are you okay with crunching dice if it's this dude? We're gonna put this man in dentures.
He probably already is.
Probably.
Dice. You just
For legal
don't
purposes,
do-
this is still a
Okay,
joke.
What if I just want to gargle all the dice? Just all up in my mouth.
Whoa.
Juices.
That is not a good enough reason to use the word gargle.
Like, I
Glug,
feel
glug.
like somebody watching the stream just discovered a fetish. Just like gargling dice.
Listen, there's enough people that discover fetishes from what I post online. I don't need more.
Oh god.
I love Seki
Gotta
so
tell you a
much.
story. Off, like, away from cameras. because
Oh, wait, what?
Away from cameras
Excuse
and
me?
people. And
it's funny.
noises.
Okay.
But,
You can't
anyway,
say shit like that and not
TTRPGs.
share with the class.
yeah, I really can. I really can because I have contracts.
Ooh, okay, right.
But there is another staple question that we have in Morning Ritual, and I would very much love to ask it. I don't believe I asked it before when you were all on, so this is wonderful. If you could play with any 5 people that are alive right now, who would they be? And we've had some really interesting tables. I believe my last table was I wanted to play with Cardi B, Lil Nas X, Ava DuVernay, Michelle Obama, and I wanted Chris Rock to be the GM because I think that he's an amazing storyteller and that would be a great table. First off, and just another thing,
Have fun,
we need
Lauren.
more black celebrities to get into the TTRPG space.
Yeah, we do.
And I'm not counting Terry Crews. I keep,
No.
I
He
don't
is
want-
disinvited.
I don't want dancing nipples at my table.
He is disinvited.
I've seen.
You don't want
I've seen
dancing nipples
recent
at your
tweets
table?
as
Why are you
it's
playing
not
in one of my games this month? Like, what do you think I provide as a DM?
I have never once seen you.
Hold up.
Okay.
I immediately regret it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it now.
I'm not looking. Do you know how terrible a gift it would
Respectful.
be
Look
if
ahead.
I looked for even a second?
I commit my titties dance. Sorry.
Is that happening? I'm trusting the audience.
It did actually happen.
Okay.
Yes. What was the topic again? Oh,
Any
5
five living people to
play
be a D&D table.
I want to start with you,
TTRPG.
Bree. Yeah, you.
Ooh, don't put me on the spot.
Okay, I won't.
What we just did.
Michael B. Jordan,
Yeah.
Lupita Nyong'o,
Hell yeah.
Deny. I gotta have Deny in there. Oh gosh. Come back to me for the last
All
two.
right, so we got 3 from you. Who you got?
I could be really lazy and just say I want to play the 7 again. But I'll give an actual answer. Doja Cat,
Okay.
Abria, Cypher,
Yep.
Bree,
Yep.
Latia.
So I've got news for you.
Yeah.
That's actually happening right now.
I like to have
This is a
goals.
morning ritual panel. This
Well,
is
you gotta
setup.
keep in
just
mind,
prepare off a
I
mask,
haven't
your
played
Doja
with
Cat.
Cypher or Latia yet.
Nope.
We haven't played together yet.
Nope.
Why has that not happened?
Because we're busy.
Exactly.
And
That
also,
is-
like, running games cost money.
I was gonna
So.
say we technically haven't played as players together, because you've
I've
been
run
my
for you
GM.
and you've run for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need to make this happen.
But I want Doja Cat just because the little bit of the chaos. Like, let's just throw Doja Cat in there.
Fair.
Okay. Like, it just occurred to me. I've not seen you 4 in a game together. We need to fix that. Oh, with Abria, that would be so much fun.
Abria's great. Shout out to Abria. You all know who Abria is.
Somewhere for
Summer.
Bria.
Summer of Bria.
Summer of Abria.
Summer of Abria.
Is it my turn yet?
Yes, it's your
Thank
turn.
you.
Why you say it like that, Amy?
Because you were talking.
You know what? That's fair. I do that too much.
You
I'm
do.
sorry. I'm
There
stop
was
now.
so much shade and so much ash.
Abria, I would like to sit at a table with Abria as a player because I've had her as a GM. You, Sephi, you, Bree. Three people. I know my numbers. I want to play with Brennan as a player.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I want Brennan as a player. And then, just because I know that she can fucking throw down Dame Helen Mirren.
Oh, good. That's a good one. Yeah.
Like, I know Dame Judi Dench plays D&D, but I don't know if Dame Helen Mirren plays D&D, and I want to find out.
Yes.
Vin Diesel taught her how to play D&D.
Set of
Riddick.
And I think she taught him how to cross stitch or something like that.
Oh, I thought of another one. I'm adding one. So a while ago, it came up that AOC hasn't played yet. So like,
Oh, yeah,
that
let's
we
get
know of.
AOC at a
Let's get
table.
AOC on that.
Just the squad. I want to play D&D with the squad.
Yep.
If I had to pick a politician, I'm picking Stacey Abrams.
Oh, Stacey Abrams would be great. Romance writer too. So you know.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I
that'd be
saw that. Do you have? Get? I don't want to put you on this. Don't look at me like I'm scared of you.
No. So I guess since we're doing people that we know, the last two can be people that I know. PT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
play with
Yeah.
PT.
That's yeah.
Does PT do TT RPGs?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Just not much. I don't think much online, but I know that PT plays.
Okay. Yeah, I really want to see TT play.
And Milady Confetti.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah.
Her joy at learning the things about D&D that we already
It's
know.
so wholesome. And like, I just love that she's starting to like branch out and like try new things and stuff. And she's like one of the only people that when she's happy, I instantly become happy because it's just
This whole panel
it's
sparks
so
joy.
good. Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, I also want to play another game of Drac.
Yes.
Draconics.
I have
Draconics,
not been at a table with Drac. They produced something I did, or at least it was on their channel that I did something, but I've not been at the table with them.
We're just naming people.
We're just talking about people.
Well,
People that we love.
That's actually
dropping.
something that I wanted to
See ya, Marshadi.
integrate in the morning ritual for next season, and I would love to try it out here. I mean, this is kind of like a special episode of Morning Ritual.
It's a
so-
litmus test.
Yeah. So if I would love for you to put a spotlight on a smaller content creator that like brings you joy, like somebody that, and when I say smaller, I just mean like don't come up here and say like somebody that's got like all of the love already. Like I don't want to hear like a Brennan Lee Mulligan on the spotlight. Like I want somebody that's
Why were you looking at me
just
when
like,
you said that?
huh?
Why are you looking at me when you said that?
I was just looking around.
Look around at somebody else, cause you're not looking at me.
Don't applaud that. Don't do that. I think I'm looking at you as my safety net because I'm just like I've known you the longest, so it's
Yeah.
easier for me to just.
It's comfort.
Yeah, you're my cup. I mean, you're also my cup.
We're literally dating.
Do I need
What the
to?
hell?
Do I need to sit
No,
back?
Right, just
no.
I don't want to be.
We
loved.
tried that. It didn't work.
It was.
Did you
it
really?
Was. It
Damn.
was. We ended our
was
relationship
like a week.
like a business meeting.
We did. It was like, this was-
you know, we've tried this endeavor and
handshakes.
yeah, you know, after
Fantastic.
assessing the situation,
Yeah.
this isn't no. It was
Just realized
weird.
that it's not quite the right fit for this position. And we're gonna have to start interviewing other candidates. Thank you very much for your time.
I'm not gonna say none.
All
Anyway.
the best.
You don't. I heard it. I'm choosing to ignore it.
Wait,
I'm
what
a
happened?
bad
Don't.
Nothing.
Keep talking.
Nothing.
I heard it too after I said it.
Just keep talking. Everything's
very,
fine.
very
Try
sweet,
not
Noir.
to
We
get
adore you.
worried
really try not to hold on to what Anita just said. Don't you know everything's all right?
Latia's got such a
Anyway,
beautiful
so we're
voice.
doing shout-outs.
Yeah, shout outs.
Shout-outs.
Doing a spotlight thing.
Yes, we are. We're gonna
Afraid
no.
of what happened.
It's fine.
Am I gonna get a talking to after?
No.
No,
Okay.
maybe.
Maybe.
No.
Concern. The genuine
I'm sure the mics have
concern.
been picking up, but like Seffi is a master of like the slight sneakness, and like I'm covering my hands now because of Ashley comment.
That was the funniest thing I've ever witnessed. She just said, I had to check myself. I'm like,
The mics did not pick it up.
right up here.
So anyway, like what Noir was saying, I'm so sorry to like take your position, but what Noir was saying is that there are a lot of fantastic content creators out there who don't have as large a platform as
And
some
they
of us,
should.
and they really should. So we're going to take this opportunity to shout out some of them because they are wonderful and should be appreciated.
Oh my God, you're so much better at that than me.
Thank you.
Don't ever do that again. All right.
What I said.
As the second host, like, you want my
Would you like
job?
to start?
No, I have to think about it.
I'll start. I will shout out.
Latia will be our new
SJH Does
host.
Games. SJH is one of the, despite not believing it himself, is one of the most talented fighting game players ever that I've ever seen. You should totally check out his streams. He is black, he is great, he's adorable, you'll love him. He's also in the audience. But please go check out SJH Does Games. That's SJH Does Games.
Thank you.
Who would like to go next?
Not me.
All right, I'll go next. So, I'm gonna cheat, and there's a group, right? And they call themselves the Dub Club. And this is made, and this is made up of It's the Riddler on Twitter, AJ, aka Who's Your Kid, and Mallard Man. I always. 0523. Oh,
Mallard
there it
Man
is.
0523, Husha_Kid, and It's the Riddler.
Thank you. They form what they call the most elite gaming group
In
all of esports. Don't check the VOD.
Don't
Don't check the VOD.
never lost.
They've already
They
told you
have-
they've never lost. And the gag is obviously they lose. They're terrible.
Beautiful.
They are so
Beautiful.
funny while they lose.
Suns in my eyes. That was a good practice round, everybody. Let's squad up and do that again.
Like everything they do just genuinely makes me laugh. So please check out It's the Riddler, Who's Your Kid, and Mallard Man. Just easily one of the most accessible, fun, enjoyable streams on Twitch. And all of them are at like under 1,000 followers on Twitter.
It's criminal.
And Twitch. And we need to fix that because it's an injustice because they are the most elite gaming group. Don't check the VODs. We've already told you.
Give them a follow.
I got one if you like.
go ahead.
I can say that Chaotic Pod, Harper and Darby they've got an amazing podcast. They have started streaming recently. They do some actual play content with their show Hidden Magics, which is great. And I adore each and every one of them. They're my boos. I love them so much. So I'm going to give Harper and Darby.
They're my
of
sweet little
Chaotic Pod.
TTRPG children.
Harper
I love them
Games, and Darby Pack. That's her real human name. Really, she's just a possum in a skin suit. Her words, not mine.
I love how they have like their tags.
It's true.
So I have 3.
Bring it
Bring
on.
it. Bring it.
Bring us in.
Okay, so the first one is gonna be, and it's not because he's my best friend, but Rox the Wizard.
Oh, good one.
And I say that because
I'm just doing
Rox
shout outs
is
for
one of
everybody,
the
so
smartest
if you all
fucking
want to follow
people
them.
I know. And from not knowing nothing about streaming, he literally taught everything to himself, and he has wholesome content. He plays Genshin Impact a lot on his streams, and he plays Monster Prom, and he is such a delight to watch, genuinely.
Agreed.
So check him out on Twitch and Twitter at RocksTheWizard, all lowercase. The third. It's
now Wizard King
I
Rocks.
don't know how to count.
Good morning,
Neither
Bo.
do I.
We found that out during sound
I
check.
just skipped all the way to 3. Oh my God, isn't that where they start?
Y'all are gonna have to stay talking like this.
I only know how to count to 2. 1, 2. Wait, you missed the third one right there. I don't have a third one. I do. Oh my God. How does that work? I don't know. Oh. I'm so
you so much.
confused.
It's now Wizard
Better
King
not wake up
Rocks.
anything.
Do you want it to? Because we can keep going.
What you were saying, sorry.
The second one.
Yeah, the second one.
second
The second-
person.
Yeah.
Number 2.
The second person is Werewolf Feels. If you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't follow
We
him
love
on
one whole
any
werewolf.
social media, please do. He is so talented. He doesn't believe that he is, but he is.
Talented
and
and
he,
amazing and beautiful human being.
yes, yeah, wonderful.
Extra
like,
beautiful.
hard worker, and he just announced on Twitter, so I can say this, that he is going to be working with Motherlands. So, like, I'm really excited for him. So yeah, please follow him on.
Yeah, a
social
little bit
media
on
and all that
his
great
own
stuff.
channel.
And the third and final one is It's Tenny. She is also one of my good friends, but she just started streaming herself, and she just hit affiliate. So she does a lot of spooky games, but her streams are very chill, very cozy. And she's going to be producing a lot of really good content. And she's also a Palestinian streamer. So
Yeah.
please go follow her as well.
And can I do one more?
You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
whatever
There's
you
no
want.
rules here.
Sinziak.
Absolutely.
Sin is one of the most ethereal humans I know.
That's the best way to describe Sin.
Yeah, it's
They're
like Sin and
they're
Gabe are like the
otherworldly.
most.
Like with the way they speak and the poise that they hold with everything that they do, and he's just not getting what he deserves. He's one of those other people that's not getting what he deserves. So, please follow them, Sinziak Beta, I think, on Twitter,
Correct.
and just Sinziak on Twitch, and that is SYNXIEC.
I like how I'm adjusting my hair at the same time. Screen
I
me
think
is
everyone
adjusting
at
my
this
hair. It's
table
almost like
and
we
most of
have
the
the
people in
same social
audience
ticks.
can agree on that one.
Yeah.
Sin is incredible.
Yeah, I got called out by by Sid in the most beautiful post like ever.
What happened? Did we lose it? Hold up one sec. I do that way too often. I'm just gonna stop this real quick because for some reason the playback stopped. So 135. I'm gonna hit play again. I don't know if that's actually a problem with the VOD or if that's a problem with me.
And he's a wonderful streamer, fantastic GM. He has been my convention buddy since 20. Finger on your face and just says, "You beautiful fool."
There. I don't have a third one. I do. Oh my God. How does that work? I don't know. Oh.
No, you didn't.
So
You didn't break it.
This better not wake up anything.
I'm sending AJ after you.
Do you want it to? Because we can keep going.
The hype assassin is coming to
What
get
you
you
were
more.
saying, sorry.
The second one.
Yeah, the second one.
second
The second-
person.
The
Number
actual second.
2.
The second person is Werewolf Feels. If you don't, if you don't follow him on any social media, please do. He is so talented. He doesn't believe that he is, but he is.
Like I said, the
And
VOD for this,
he's
I'm just going to post the
yes, yeah, wonderful.
the
like,
actual thing in its
hard
entirety
worker,
without my
and he
commentary
just
or
announced on Twitter, so I can say this, that he is going to be working with Motherlands. So yeah, I'm really excited for him. So yeah, please follow him on social media and all that great stuff. And the third and final one is It's Tenny. She is also one of my good friends, but she just started streaming herself, and she just hit affiliate. So she does a lot of spooky games, but her streams are very chill, very cozy, and she's going to be producing a lot of really good content. And she's also a Palestinian streamer, so please go follow her as well. And can I do one more?
You can do whatever you want. There's no rules here.
Sinziak.
Absolutely.
Sin is one of the most ethereal humans I know.
That's the best way to describe Sin.
Yeah, it's
They're
like Sin and
they're
Gabe are like the
otherworldly.
most.
Like with the way they speak and the poise that they hold with everything that they do, and he's just not getting what he deserves. He's one of those other people that's not getting what he deserves. So please follow them, Sinziak Beta, I think, on Twitter. Correct. And just Sinziak on Twitch, and that is SYNXIEC. So,
yes. Oh my God.
Yes.
I think everyone at this table and most of the people in the audience can agree on that one.
Yeah.
Sin is incredible.
Now let's see if this is actually the VOD or if this is the playback or if this is
got called out by
else.
by Sid in the most beautiful post like ever.
Yeah, it's a problem with the actual playback, so we'll just wait it out. But yeah, if you have any questions, chat, feel free to ask. I'm just chilling and watching this.
Again, it's great to have amazing people near you to kind of check you. I had plenty of time, and I don't need to be paid for it. I just like making music, and Sid was just like, "Shut up."
It's Sin just phases into camera, puts one gorgeous finger on your face, and just says, "You beautiful fool."
That is definitely something Sin would do, like verbatim, just like
yes.
that.
Yeah.
And just vanish. Don't even explain anything. Just vanish.
And that's why I
have watched everything except for the newest season of Discovery.
So
Haven't watched it yet.
And I do
Need
want
to catch up.
that there's not.
It's hard because it's on like
unlimited
another streaming
slices
service I
of the
can't
pie.
afford.
Like, we can all make it. We can all do our thing. Somebody else's success does not mean that you don't get to succeed. That's what I feel needs to really be put. Like one of the things that really needs to be pushed. There's room for all of us. We can all eat. So I love that we're so easily and readily.
I need to watch season
able to
3.
just kind of show love to people. Because that's
Season 2 is good, though.
I have
They really
done
benefited from changing up the writing
stand-up
staff.
and music, and those two worlds are very competitive, and they get nasty, and people get bitter and vicious towards each other. And I love that this is a space where there are still some people that have that mentality, but there are more people that are just like, hey, you know who you should hire? So like that's thank you all for doing this. It's been something that I
love that Noir always points out
I
that
cut with Latia.
Skip Latia.
crab in the bucket
save
doesn't
the
get
best
anybody anywhere.
Your chicken again.
Can I sit somewhere else, please?
The energy between Noir and I right now is not very palpable, and I'm really sorry about that, Seffi.
I'm fine. Hey, remember Godspell?
Hey, remember how I am going to kick your butt later? Anyway, my best friend and con buddy, Bright Dystopia, needs to be shouted out.
Yes.
Because he has been my convention buddy since 2018. And he's a wonderful streamer, fantastic GM, and they are not getting what they like many of the people that we shout out. They're not getting what they deserve. He's
Bright is a treasure.
GM from Magpie Games.
Love one whole Bright.
Avatar games and stuff like that. He streams spoopy stuff. He's just like this vaporwave, ethereal cloud of wonderfulness.
And he needs more followers in real life and on Twitter and on Twitch. So Bright Dystopia, all one mashed up word, no underscore. You should go give him some love and tell him that I said so.
Yeah. Don't
Bright
fol-
is incredible.
Yeah, don't follow him in real life, though. That's creepy.
He might like it, I don't know.
He might like it, actually. You're right.
Anyway,
Anyway, no, yeah, Bright. I do love One Whole Bright, and I want
Don't
to
one
stalk
whole
people.
Bright.
Just
Yeah, no, don't stalk people.
Don't stalk
We're
people.
honestly
for legal reasons, this is a joke.
find all the Chicago streamers and give us all love.
Hey, don't do that. I will fight. I will fight.
I'm rooting for the whole team.
Apparently, we need to know.
Oh, you
people
mean
from
like
Southern
find us all in the places that we are that aren't real life?
Oh yeah, like don't come
It's
to
true.
Chicago. I don't want to see your face in person. No, I just mean like if somebody's profile is like, hey, I'm from Chicago and I'm a streamer, like follow them on that platform, but leave them alone. I can tell you, you do not want to follow Chicago people in real life. We're paranoid for good reason. The Chicago Police Department
Is this where-
broken.
I feel like this is the place where I mentioned that New York is better than Chicago.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
I actually don't know.
Don't do
I'm a-
this.
I just want to upset Noir.
Don't do
I live
this.
I live in the suburbs.
Don't do this.
Actually, Boston's better too.
I'm sitting right here and you realize that, right?
I'm gonna
Don't
get
do this.
Ass beat.
New Yorkers put their trash in the front. Like, that's gross. Y'all don't have alleys. Get it together. And your pizza's disgusting.
Come on now.
Here comes
AJ's ready
AJ.
to fight.
We got a New Yorker in the crowd. Like, I'm going to tell him to his face, AJ, your pizza's trash.
So is your cake.
What?
Your lasagna cake.
Oh.
Don't do this.
Okay. No,
I started something. Maybe I can
hold
sneak
on.
out
No, he
documentary.
said cake, and my immediate.
I
my-
thought he was
Yeah,
talking
I-
about Portillo's cake.
Don't trash talk Portillo's.
I thought he was talking about the chocolate cake, and then we would have had the
That's
box.
not the cake I thought he was talking about.
We all agree on Portillo's cake.
Anyway, love what you love, even if it's ridiculous.
I see no reason why we can't do Q&A.
Yeah,
absolutely.
First off, let me check time.
We
because
got
15 minutes.
That's a
All right,
perfect
so
amount of time
if
for
you have
Q&A.
a question for anybody on the panel, just shout.
Don't do that. Raise your
hand.
We're not animals.
We're not animal. Look, the production team already has a mic. Look
Oh,
at
look
that.
at how.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
Shout out to that
Anybody has
production
a
team. They did a
question?
good job.
See, the problem is I don't think anybody's going to have a question.
Oh yeah, AJ's already got
Oh,
the mic.
God, here we go.
Uh-oh.
So you're all casted into a superhero setting. What powers are you choosing?
Wait, what was the full question?
If you guys are all casted into a superhero setting, TTRPG, what superpowers are you choosing?
Not electricity, because I'm sick of black heroes with electricity.
Fair and valid.
Black Lightning's back.
But what power? Can I just say-
My hair is a weapon. That's
Oh, you want Sindel?
yeah, Sindel. My hair is a
Sindel.
weapon. Or
You want Sindel's full power set?
yeah. I would just love to scream at people.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I
don't
mean, my
know.
hair is already a weapon. Like it is Velcro, and it's dangerous.
That's too much maintenance for me. I couldn't do it. Also, I physically can't do what I'm going to do.
I was literally
I
about
had to beat you to that point.
Okay, thank you.
I want I want Superman's power set. Yeah, just that. I just want all of Superman's powers.
I'm so torn between being like reality warping magic like Scarlet Witch or just being Mystique.
See, reality warping seems so
complicated.
wrong.
Do I look like I'm right?
Like, I just, in the hands of the wrong person, that would be just.
I mean, I don't need like final form reality warping. I just need like the minor stuff, like jinxes and stuff like that go wrong. Like
So you just wanna be able to curse
change the
somebody?
probability of things going wrong. Just like tilt it a little.
Petty powers.
Sure.
Petty.
Like less Scarlet Witch, more Jinx in the Teen Titans show. Like yeah.
You just want to be able to make bad things happen to people with a look.
Only the ones that deserve it.
Oh my God.
As is right.
Petty
in
powers.
nature.
I would be screwed.
Oh, you don't deserve it, sweetie. You're not worth the effort. I love you.
I'm used to pretty people telling me that.
I'm so sorry. That made my heart hurt.
You think insulting me is your power? I was born insulting myself. Anyway, so it's your turn.
Bree.
Oh, God.
The withering glare, I think, is already Bree's
Full Medusa stare
inborn
going on over there.
superpower.
I full on messed up.
Anyway, I would like to talk to animals.
All I can think of is just like a bird outside your window, like, hey, 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 hey.
That bird would get cussed out. I'm just saying, especially if I'm trying to sleep. Like, it's too early.
Excuse me.
All right, so here's my question with that power. When you talk to animals, would you be speaking English or would you be making the animal sounds?
I think mimicking the sound. That'd be cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just walking in on Bree barking to a dog and the dog barking back.
Bree's
like,
awesome.
This is normal.
It's like, oh, they're just talking. It's fine.
It's cool. I'm going to say teleportation.
Oh, that would be so helpful. Just like the
I
logistics.
can see you more often.
I knew you were going to make it
But also, think about you're at a party and you just want to go home.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, that's what the Superman power. Like, Superman has the most convenient power set. Sorry.
It's true. Could you? I just thought of like the superhero name, but I'm not actually Irish, so I couldn't call myself the Irish Goodbye.
Hold on, I love it though.
I love that, though.
I'm not sure if I can laugh at that.
Well,
can.
then the Midwest goodbye, where you teleport, but it's very slowly, and you move backwards.
You teleport
and
after
they see you.
You teleport
They
after
see you
slapping your
face.
eyes on.
Well,
As someone who don't look Irish but is of Irish descent, you can totally say it.
They see you phase out
Yeah.
of time.
like that one GIF.
Yep.
Exactly.
Deuces.
Do we have any other questions? That was good. That was a good
good.
question.
Good question.
Is this one off? Okay, I'm on. Okay. What is a character you've played in a campaign that you think is going to resonate with you for the rest of your life?
That was a good question. So this is the part where I ended up getting cut off after this, so I don't think they caught my full answer.
Oh man, I'm so
but
glad
I'll
Paladin left.
tell you the
'cause I don't
story
have to
after
answer this question.
the
No, my.
because we've only got about 10 minutes left on this.
All I see are the double birds in the audience.
Yeah, because he knows it's every character in any game that I've played with him. Probably my current character in our Tampo game, Pilar, because she's very brash. She's very buff lady with a spear, which is I've realized my brand. Buff, emotionally unavailable lady with a spear. Hot. Attractive to most people, but she doesn't think that she's attractive. Very impulsive. Who needs to learn how to fucking sit down? So yeah, her.
Hey, Jaylani. Good to see you, Kale.
Who's next?
Okay. There's a part of me that wants to say Sam on the 7 because reasons, but I won't go with that boring ass answer. I'm going to go with the character that I played when I realized I needed to transition, which was a character named Ellie in a hunter game of World of Darkness many, many years ago. First female character I ever played. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to play a female character. Oh, this doesn't resonate with me at all. Oh, this is fine. Yeah, so that one.
Okay. Oh man, you all have such good answers. Okay. I have two.
Okay.
The first one is I have been playing the same campaign setting since I was 14. And my first D&D character was a character by the name of Xander.
I knew it.
Yeah, I'm basic. The first game that I played them in was actually a D&D advanced game that I was invited to with a bunch of like old guard players, and they did not really dig on me. You remember Victor and like Victor's older brother, so they hung my character.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Xander was hung. after
There's only one way that that sentence is good, and it's not that.
yeah. It wasn't that. It wasn't that either because as a gag they gave him the belt of gender changing
Oh God!
and did like a bunch of like mean passive aggressive stuff. And so my character was hung and killed, and I didn't like that ending for him. So that's what inspired me to GM my first game, and it's been the same setting from that point to Kingsguard,
Is that
which
also why he's a chronomancer?
yeah, that's exactly. So in the story, just to give you a brief rundown, them hanging him awoken an old magic in him called chronomancy, and so he kept himself in stasis until he was able to be taken down, and he became one of the strongest wizards in the world because of it. And from that origins point, my world setting was created, and so every game that I've played in that world is lore, and I've had people walk in and out of my life, but their story still stays. And it was only recently that I kind of discovered that I lost a friend. I didn't know he had passed, and he's in the world, and that's pretty cool. And it all kind of happened because of this really shitty thing that somebody did. So that's like the character for me. And the second character was actually a character I played in your game, which was Drestel. I'd really been doing a lot of thinking about how gender doesn't make sense. And Drestel was the first character that did not have he in the pronouns. It was just they, them. Drestel was an exercise for me to just really kind of play a character where gender was not a factor. It was just they were who they were, and they just went about things. And by playing that character, I kind of realized that a lot of
Drestel
stuff
was
is
good as Wolfie.
gendered for no reason. Like we do a lot of thinking about this thing that doesn't make sense. Like, get this manly deodorant because it's manly. Like
Sweetest
shampoo
bean
like a
was
dude.
Drestel.
Like why? Well, so Drestel gave me a chance to kind of just exercise that. And then some drama happened, and I had been thinking about just being, non-binary, and I kind of got pushed into just
Non-beanie. Hey, Hank, how you doing?
accepting it. And I think that's kind of the beauty of TTRPG, where you can safely take a look at another perspective. Now, when I say that, I need to put with an abundance of caution that does not mean you get to dress up and live somebody else's experience. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there are ways to respectfully ask yourself questions about who you are through another character. That does not mean that if you are like, I would never cross a cultural line or wear somebody else's identity as a costume or, like anything like that. I think I'm overthinking my answer now, so I'm going to pass it off. But yeah, Drestel and Xander.
Okay, I'll make it as concise as possible, but two characters. The first one is Quail from Andor, and the second one is Kita from Silt Expanse. So I say Quail because it was around the time where I found out that I couldn't have kids. And so
it's good to see you.
She was kind of
Hope your move
a
goes smoothly.
mechanism for me, and I kind of put all of that energy into that character. Quail is a 7-year-old spirit body that kind of lived inside of one of my players' heads, basically as like a spirit guide. And they materialized into a sort of a spiritual being that was kind of following the party around. And almost losing her was kind of like the precipice of like, this is one of my favorite characters because like she is something to fight for, basically. Yeah. The second one, Kita, is really important to me because it was my first professional TTRPG like recording campaign that I did, and it kind of got me into.
Well, that's good.
Got me into TTRPG, and it was also the first Black character that I played, which is, you know, it's a thing. Like, we haven't played Black characters up until a certain point. So that was really important to me. So, yeah.
Mine.
So I'm going to get cut off here, but I'll finish the story.
I think the story for mine is that there's a Carrie Fisher quote that says, "Take your broken heart and turn it into works of art."
Oh, God. I see myself cry on screen. I'm not going to be able to make it.
One of the first games I played in was... crap. Okay. There was a game called Rotting Shadows that I was in, and I played a character called Finney who was coping with the loss of his partner.
Big sips.
It's all right, I'm just going to steel myself for a sec. Finney was coping with the loss of his partner, who actually ascended into divinity. And Finney was a cleric, and his god essentially was his spouse. And towards the end of the campaign, I was also coping with what would inevitably be the loss of my mom. She had cancer. It was a really quick progression, but and I missed the second to last episode because I was there with her at the end. But having that ending to Finney's story where it was him stepping out the door and switching places with his spouse helped me cope with a lot of the loss that I was dealing with, and a lot of the heavy subject matter that I was dealing with at the time. Oh, God, I hate to be like the down portion of this, but between that, Finney is one of them, because Finney helped me cope with a lot of that loss and a lot of that those hard feelings that I was feeling.
Hit the end now.
At the time.
So let's just do a quick bloop. Wow, I'm back, and Ash is here. I love you, Ash, but seriously, I need to stop. So yeah, to finish that story, Finney helped me cope with the loss of my mother. And the other one, yeah, she decided to come see me because she's like, I can tell you're getting upset. I can tell, Mother, that you are getting quite upset, and I will not have it. Not this day. Not this day, Mother. The other one that I was gonna, that I went on to talk about, was, the character that I played in with my first streamed game with Noir. And that was Odd. She was a literal personification of my ADHD. No attention span, like, just kind of in the world to learn the world. And the story that I ended up telling towards the end was, is that for part of the very beginning of the game, like our session 0, Noir and I were paired up together. Noir was the guard in charge of keeping Odd trapped in a room to be kept as a sacrifice. And the way that I had worked out Odd's story was that she got captured. She tried to run away. They took away her boots. And she tried to run away again, but ran straight into a briar patch. So that's why they would call her jokingly, mockingly almost, the Briar Walker. Nora's character, Rin, was set to be my character's captor. Like, stand guard, make sure she doesn't do anything weird, that sort of stuff. And we went through our session 0 where, like, I was sort of, like, poking away and poking away and poking away at his character, like, making him, like, legitimately questioning the things, like, that he believes in, because Rin, or later Hal Said, was, like, a strong convictions, believed what he believed because he believed that, like, the Raven Queen knew what she was doing and didn't realize that the people that he was with had been co-opted by a cult, essentially. And had been taken down the wrong path. So we had this, like, back and forth banter for the most of it until it was, like, there's a time that came when my character was set to be sacrificed. I ended up, so sacrificed, but my character was a wild magic sorceress. And during the middle of the sacrifice, she wild magic surged, and it was the 7 to 8 result, which is a fireball centered on yourself at 3rd level. The explosion happened, and everybody that was in the room essentially died, but my character was somehow still okay and not burned. But his character came in, pulled me out, managed to roll a natural 20 on a medicine check to patch up my character, who still had deep cuts from where, like, she had been bled out. And when my character finally awoke, like, we had this conversation, and he's like, this isn't what was supposed to happen. Like, the Raven Queen has a plan. And I'm like, well, maybe, have you ever thought that your queen, because at that point he had only referred to her as the matron. It's like, have you ever thought that your matron could be wrong about all of this? And it was, like, the first time that his character had, like, ever questioned anything. So, like, but this is a god. Gods don't make mistakes. Like, well, I hate to break it to you. Your god made a mistake. And he's like, you're right. You shouldn't be here. And to that point, I'm like, well, then help me get out. Get me some fucking shoes. And Noir just looked at me in that moment during the session 0 when I said that, and I'm like, my character has no shoes. Like, if I escape into the woods, I literally can't go anywhere because I have no shoes on. And he looks at me and says, my character is a monk, and we get to take an artisan trait. The one that I picked for my character, completely randomly, was cobbling. So I can make you shoes. And it was like that first moment of, like, that little synergy that was like, see this? This is the person that I fuck with, because this person knows. And so, yeah, that's why that character sticks with me, is because it's the character that I met and interacted with Noir first. It was my first introduction to them. We met 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years ago in January on, let's see, on the, come here then. Stop yelling at me and get up here. You can come up here. It'll be 2 years on the 6th of January. And yeah, so it was our first interaction as players. It was, like, the first time that we had ever, like, had the chance to, like, interact as human beings. And it was like, this is the person that I know I want to stick around. So there's the ending to that wholesome story. But yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit. If y'all have any questions. thought Haru, my idealist brothbender in Avatar Legends, would be a throwaway PC, but by mid-session I realized she had become some reflection of how I cope with the loss of my wife through cooking. The love that she inspired in me. That's so sweet. See, that's the thing, is a lot of times we take the best parts of ourselves, or the best parts that others have instilled in us, and we make those into characters that we feel are memorable and lovable and worthy of love. That's wonderful. Yeah, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. The other thing that you missed, other than the last half of that story where it got cut off, is you missed us doing our outros, which was about it. Yeah, you can find any of those wonderful people where you can find them. You can find Latia Jaquise at Latia Jaquise, Sephi at Persephoroth, Bree at Burrito with an underscore, and Noir, obviously, at The Noir Enigma. Yeah. Any questions, feel free to ask. I'm an open book. So I've been working on new things for the channel. This is sort of where we get into like the state of the misses. Working on new things for the channel, including a couple new emotes. We now have a few new emotes available, including a animated emote. I made an animated sparkle heart for the Poly Heart Drill. And Ash is here to show the love. But yeah, if there are no questions, I am going to probably take us on a raid somewhere. Do I have any new campaign ideas that are brewing? Well, currently my time is all invested in my Star Trek Adventures campaign. All my eggs are in that world building basket. And I'm really excited to see where that goes, because we've had 3 episodes so far. Our team hasn't got to the main quest yet, but we're probably going to start digging into it the next couple episodes, and we're going to have some special guests, including one The Noir Enigma is going to be popping in for that. I've got some prep that I've got to do for that I'm very excited about. But as for new campaign ideas, I'm thinking of bringing back The Growing of the Dim as sort of an anthology series. A system that you've been interested in exploring. I really want to play Wanderhome. By Jay Dragon. That game is living rent-free in my head, and I'm really excited to maybe try it as a one-shot or do like a little mini campaign of it. I really want to do it. I've got the book. I backed it on Kickstarter, so I've got the book and I've got like all the pins and everything, and I'm like, I just need to take some time to like actually do like a good deep dive into it, because I think it's a game that would make like a good long form campaign, more so than like single one shot. So I'm just sort of like trying to like get that together. I think that might be next season maybe. But I'm definitely thinking of bringing back Growing of the Dim, the Fear Itself campaign that I did, as sort of a Fear Itself anthology show. So they're like different characters, different time frames, different like... it is so beautiful. I just have the softcover version of it, but like seriously, the art, the whole like aesthetic of it, just mwah, mwah, chef's kiss. I'm just gonna do it real quick. Okay, why is that not working? Anyways, I'm just checking to see like why. Yeah, kind of like a Tales from the Crypt thing, like just like mini horror anthology series. So the first one was like me doing the urban legends from the town in which I grew up in. I might do like another sort of different style campaign in that same sort of like dim universe. Like different, even like the same players just playing different characters, because I loved that crew. I loved B, your kind ranger. They're so good. They're so fucking good. Max, he's amazing. We also had Becca, Cool Armadillo, they're so great, and Vin Vox. Oh, that whole cast is so good. And I'd like to definitely play more games with them. And they were so invested in the story, they had like a private group chat where they were like going over conspiracy theories for things. That was like just so fucking great to run. Yeah. Ugh. But yeah. Y'all, thanks so much for hanging out with me and like watching like this sort of little live stream. Horror game designers are always interested in new design stories. Yeah, if you check out The Growing of the Dim, it's only a 6-part miniseries, and it is on our YouTube channel if you wanted to watch through it. Um, it I like Fear itself because it's a gumshoe-based system, so it's sort of like a horror investigative thing, and the way that they do, it doesn't necessarily have like a mental illness mechanic like a lot of horror games do, because that's like my biggest hang up on a lot of horror games is they've got they have mechanics that um sort of thanks, Bo. They have more horror mechanics that kind of lean very heavily into like you begin to lose your mind and blah blah blah. It has a stability mechanic where like you can roll for stability, and like eventually like things begin to like not feel right to you, like you, because the terror creeps in. And eventually if you hit the right amount of like instability, you can like basically your character can give themselves into the darkness and become essentially a villain. Like that is a mechanic in the game, as opposed to sanity mechanics like in Call of Cthulhu, like all of a sudden you're a kleptomaniac, because that's what happens when you encounter eldritch horror. But yeah, the way that the stability works in Fear itself is if you lose all of your stability, you either lose yourself to the darkness completely, but it's entirely up to the player. It gives them complete agency and autonomy for how that plays out. And that's kind of what I really like about it. It's definitely a lot more sensitive about those things. And it's very interesting how it works with, because it's like an investigative mechanic, because it is a gumshoe-based game, so it's like a horror investigation. And they teach you exactly in the book how to build a mystery and how to build a character that has meaningful connections to other characters. Like, they have something called the Spiral of Misery, and it's how essentially all of you get sort of tied together in the course of the game. That sort of like builds your session 0 for like this character has a very close connection to this character because like I'm stumbling across this mystery, but I need help with this, so I'm going to enlist this person. This person might know this person but character 1 and character 3 might not be connected, but character 2 knows character 3. But character 1 and character 3 might know each other tangentially, but character 2 knows character 3 because character 1 and character 2 realize that there's a problem that they can't solve without character 3. And it sort of like continues through there. So like, and then character 4 can either be known by like 1 and 3, or like, it's interesting how it works like that. I really like that system a whole lot. But yeah. Just looking at my people that are streaming right now, and I think yeah. It's called, the fact that it's also called the Spiral of Misery is just like so thematically appropriate, because it's just like you are all going to be like in this shit together. So like, let's figure out why you're going to be all in this shit together. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, any other questions from y'all? Feel free to ask. I am an open book for a little bit here. Why am I so amazing? It's because I am a reflection of the world that I live in and the people that live in it. So if you think that I am amazing, then it must be because I am reflecting and mirroring you, Bo. There's your answer. I am a reflection only of the truths that I see in the world. So if you think that I am amazing, it must be because you are amazing. It's not a dodge. It is merely my summation. And take the fucking compliment, Bo. Because I love you. Heck you, Kale. Heck you. Heck. Next Star Trek episode is next Friday. Thank you, Bo. So next Friday, on the 17th, we will be back for the last episode of Star Trek Adventures before we go on break, and then we'll be back in the new year. We'll be back on the 7th of January, and we'll wrap up the season on the 4th of February. Apparently I'm not, but also Bo isn't. Bo isn't either. Sphinx, get Bo. Get them. Seize them. I have a cat here who is very happy that she's on my lap right now. Heck yeah. I hope you enjoy it, Otter. I really enjoyed making it because it was also, it was another one of those therapy shows where, like, because it was about, it was based in a fictional version of the area that I grew up in. I'm gonna throw some music on. Because it was based on, like, a fictionalized version of the area that I grew up on. There's, like, a lot of the urban legends and folklore from where I used to live. And there are, like, little pieces of my childhood and the people that were in it, so it's another one of those therapy shows. And once again, you can feel those, you can hear those moments where, like, there's a catch in my voice because I am a sad bitch. But yeah, if you want to also catch up on Star Trek Adventures, it's all in our YouTube channel. We have a bunch of actual plays and Sad Bitches Unite. It's true. We've got a lot of really good actual play shows on this channel. Like, I am so fucking proud of Noir and the work that they're doing on Kingsguard. That show is just killing it every Monday night. Like, just the things... Oh, I appreciate that. Nora's killing it with Kingsguard. Like, I love Kingsguard every Monday nights on the channel. Dee is running a Blades in the Dark game that's got just an amazing cast and is telling, like, a really good story, and they're only 2 episodes in, so, like, that's like a short watch if you really want to, like, watch that one. It's only, like, 6 hours total. I mean, there's so many TTRPGs, and it's so hard to actually, but, like, it's a quick binge if you want to get caught up on Blue Ghosts. And Sphinx is in that, and, like... Also, Bo, if you haven't been watching Blue Ghosts, there's a lot of Pale Cold Sun references, and Genevieve's in it, and I'm weirded out because Dee is doing an impression of me, which is bizarre. Yeah. Yeah. It is a fun time. It is a fun time. But yeah, check out Kingsguard on Mondays, which is our D&D game. It's a Roll20 Spotlight show, and I'm in it. And the rest of the cast is amazing and wonderful and beautiful and lovely. Yeah, like I said, I am also here to answer any questions that you have. I think I'm gonna probably cut it in about 15 minutes, and so that I can have some food and do a human. You knew you had to watch because now my narcissism means that I have to. Nice. I love Masks. It's such a good game. Yeah, watch the VODs. Noir has brought some very interesting characters to the fore. We have like the biggest big bad, who is like a meta fucking chaos entity who literally crashed my stream last episode. Like amazing, just wonderful, incredible. And the rest of the cast, Darby, Dee, Harper, AJ, like they're just so amazing, and I love them all so much. Yeah, Bo, you will pick up on the Pale Cold Sun references when you there's like names, or there's like people that like Dee, you mad genius. Love you so much. Like, Dee is an absolute mad lad, and I adore them. She's wonderful. Yeah. Like I said, 15 more minutes before I tuck out of here. Feel free to ask any questions that are burning in your mind. I'm currently working on more emotes for the channel. That's kind of what I'm going to get to after this, is I'm going to finish up. So yeah, we've also got the Polyheart in silver and gold for tier 2 and tier 3. And we've got like a rip emote. And we've got a hello emote now for critical misses. It's got me. It's got my face on it. Look at the little chibi me. It's pretty cute. Oh, really need to try D&D again? 5th edition. Question: why y'all not taking compliments? I think Bo can answer that question for me. Listen, I appreciate the compliments. I thank you very much for them. You're all wonderful human beings. And Bo, mood. Cause I'm clinically depressed. I'm struggling mentally. But I appreciate all the compliments. I like them. It's that part of me that's just like, did they mean it though? Did they actually mean it? And then I start to turtle into my own little shell. I think the problem is too often in our lives, especially for people who are neurodivergent, we have been complimented. Tell you depression, we're gonna have words. I think too often in our lives as like neurodivergent folks, we get complimented but backhanded, and so we're never quite sure if it actually is a compliment or if it is a personal attack, especially from someone like me who has had that history of like, I had an ex that would never give me a straight compliment. It would always be like with a caveat or with like a catch. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I struggle receiving compliments personally. It's not imposter syndrome. It is brilliant con artist syndrome. Am I faking this and actually a fraud? Yes, but will I keep riding this train until you all catch on that I'm a terrible person? Absolutely. That's how you get past it. Or you name your imposter syndrome. Like, after, like, a mediocre white man. I like to call mine Chad. So whenever those, like, intrusive thoughts get into your head and think of, like, and, like, try to tell you that you're worthless, you say, fuck off, Chad. Don't be like that. Thank you so much for that subscription, Otter Poet. I appreciate you. The plan for the emotes on the channel. Right? Yep, it's true. Chad can fuck right off. So yeah, I'm gonna, when I get off this stream, I'm gonna start working on the rest of the emotes. We've got a praise emote that I've been working on, which you want to see. Let me just see if I can give you all a little preview. Oh, I appreciate that. Let's just go image. Let me just do a quick one of these. Ah! That was way too big. Let's shrink this down a little bit. Let's shrink this down a whole lot more. So there's one emote that we're working on still. I'm gonna fix, there's some things that's gotta fix up on it. We've got that one. Let me see if I can get the other one. Let me just open up my Clip Studio. I'm working on a lurk emote featuring one The Noir Enigma. So big! So big! Let me just open that up. Well, let's go export PNG. Here's the preview for our lurk emote. It's still in the rough draft stage that I'm drawing out right now. There is our lurk emote that's featuring The Noir Enigma. I've set up my tablet again so that I can when it's actually working, and I'm drawing them out. Twitch opened up their emotes and they gave us a lot more. So there is 9 emote slots in total for the channel, plus follower emotes now, which is what I'm going to do is once I get all the new emotes out, all the old emotes are going to be follower only emotes. So if you follow the channel, you'll still be able to use them. Currently we've got the logo and the morning ritual mug set to, I know, it sucks. There are so many emotes. Then there's like bit emotes now, so people who donate a certain level of bits to your channel can get certain emotes. And there's also animated emotes. So the first animated emote that I made was the poly heart with the sparkles, because the sparkling heart is my favorite emoji. Because when you are a member of the Alphabet Mafia, you pick a heart emoji that is not the standard red heart emoji, and you stick with it because that's your brand. So I made a sparkling heart that's actually animated. But the lurk emote with Noir, this one is going to fade into like and disappear. That's going to be the animation for that one. Then we're also going to do a version of the yeet emote, which is everyone's favorite. That is going to be me actually tossing the die. And then we're going to do a sip version of the cozy, which is this one, but it's going to be like lifting the cup up and sipping. And then there's going to be the fight the chat, which is like the classic, the Noir Enigma. I'm going to redo these ones, and the fight the chat is also going to like have the flames animated, or I'm going to make it shake. See, that's the plan. And then we're going to also have a crunch and a stop the crunch emote that I'm going to work on, as well as like a card please from Kingsguard. Yeah, we have 5 animated emote slots. We have 4-bit emote slots. We have 5 follower only emotes, and we have 9 slots for regular. And I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 emotes to do. Which is why it's kind of a good thing that we've had a couple of shows and games where we haven't really been doing anything, because Noir is at PAX, and so is like a bunch of other folks that are normally on the channel are there instead. So, but yes, there are a lot of animated emotes. Yeah, we've got 5 of them. The plan is just to like take the versions that I already have and then just like add a little bit of animation to them, so that way they are easy enough. Shane is here. Hello, Shane. In the Discord. Sorry, I'm just doing a quick boop. There you go. But yes. Once again, if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. I'm kind of an open book about these things. I like to talk about the plans for the channel and things that we are working through and working towards. Feel free to ask. Next week, Morning Ritual will be back, and we do have a guest. We've got Friday from Friday Afternoon Teas. She's going to be chatting with us, and then come January is when our next episode of Morning Ritual is, because we want to have Christmas and New Year's to ourselves. Yeah! A genre of game that I prefer. I like my high fantasy, but I also like science fiction. Yeah, Friday. I'm excited to talk with her. Next. Yeah. Genre of game that you prefer. I like horror. I really like running horror. I think that I'm actually fairly good at it. I also like running science fiction. Like I'm just generally overall, I'm kind of like an RPG sleuth. Just give me like a good, like cohesive, like core concept and like good mechanics, and I will run with it and as the day is long. I like D&D. I know people have problems with it, but I like D&D. I've got skills with quiet horror from what you've seen. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I like sitting back in the cut and then like letting my players like try to like make a decision, and then like waiting for like the moment where like I know that they've been going on for a little bit too long, and then I just sort of poke my head in and be like, hey, remember that thing that you forgot about? Hey, it's here. There's no noise happening around you right now. I like that. I like I like doing creepy descriptions. I am very, very I'm thinking that I'm quite good at that. And I don't know, I feel like I have a problem with like mixing horror, sprinkling horror into like a lot of like the more mundane things that I do and still like making like normal things creepy. Because I think if you can do that, then you're very successful as like a horror GM. If you could take something that's like something that's normal but like turn it on its end. Like I had an idea for a very creepy warlock patron the other day, where it was like, oh, the warlock made a pact with a magic mirror, but destroyed the mirror, but now in every reflection they see their patron whispering things to them, and it's just like, ooh, I like that. I like that. That's the good stuff. That is the good stuff right there. Yeah, you embrace the uncanny. You like take something that's like just normal, but just like turn it like, you've been walking for a while and you don't think you're actually getting anywhere. Just like that's the thing, that's the beautiful thing also about fear itself, is like it tells you when you are making things that are terrifying or things that are horrifying, is you take things that you yourself find terrifying. Because if you find it terrifying, chances are good that other people will also find that terrifying, especially if you present it in such a way that people feel empathetic towards you. Because I think as people and as like social creatures, we can tell when someone else is uncomfortable, and we empathize with that and we internalize that a little bit. So like we, as people, if we find something that is like uncanny and creepy and we say, hey, this thing is creepy, and we present it in such a way that it plays to the insecurities and the fears that we hold within ourselves, I think that definitely feeds into how other people feel. I haven't played Bluebeard's Bride, and I really, really want to. That is one system that I really want to try out. But I think, Bo, I'm going to push back on that a little bit. If your game involves with loneliness and insecurity and feeling forgotten, I think that that's powerful. Those are powerful, primal human emotions as a social creature, is feeling like you are isolated or feeling like you are alone in the universe. And I think that facing that in a safe setting like an RPG can be cathartic. And I know, but guess what, Bo? Especially if you are surrounded at a table full of people who love you and people who support you, it can be a form of catharsis, because you realize that other people have those fears too, and it won't make you feel quite so alone and quite so forgotten about. That's just my mushiness of the day. Also, Bo, I love you. I see you. And I will never forget you. You are my favorite. Don't tell anybody else. But I think they are always a surprise with the therapeutics, with therapeutic natures. It's true. But I think on that note, I think we are going to call it a day. I think we're going to go on a raid. Thank you, Bo. Hi, Bo. Hi, B. I love you. Good to see you. Yeah, we're going to go on a raid because we are done for the day. I think we're going to go say hi to the wonderful DeLevely. So let's go on a raid and say hi to Sam. Let's make sure that I spelled that right. DeLevely. Yeah. We are going to go on a raid to say hi to the incredible DeLevely. Spread the love over there. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me and watching this live stream. It'll be available on the YouTube after this. I'm gonna upload it as we speak. But yes, until next time. It feels weird to say this without Nora, but the ritual has concluded. So bye, everybody.